One is a grown man with an encyclopedic knowledge of cinema. The other, a man-child raised by the more questionable corners of the internet. What happens when they each dive into something the other one loves? Find out on
The Man with No Brain.
Okay. So Ryan,
All right.
welcome to episode 43, Joe's birthday, 27th birthday episode.
Blech.
Now, you and I have been talking about what to do for this episode. It's been a minute since we've done anything kind of tailored down, and immediately we started amping it up as we discussed what to do.
That's how we do.
And so, go ahead.
Well, I'm just, for me, and I don't, this, I wrestle with how to say this. I kind of already said it to you. When it comes to doing nice things for Joe anymore, I'm kind of feeling that it's wasted on him. When we sit around and we tell him how much we care about him and we don't want him to get into car wrecks, I don't think he gives a shit. And maybe he's not capable of giving a shit. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't exist inside of him, but like,
to touch on what you were saying, hang on, this is very, very pertinent. Yesterday, we recorded a Malevolent Movies thing. Joe had some internet issues, and he called me and was very upset, one, about the internet, two, that I was going to make the episode go on without him, because there's more than him involved, and that's not, Malevolent Movies isn't Joe. But also,
and I wasn't even on the episode.
He wanted to drive over here, but the point of the episode is that we were all getting inebriated in some way or shape or form. And I saw Joe hitting the vape thing, and he said, well, it was only one hit. It was only one hit. And I said, Joe, I can't trust you. I literally cannot trust you right now. Yes, I saw you do one hit on the camera, but I don't know what you were doing ahead of time. I can't trust you. And that's Joe, because I love you. I truly can't trust that you would be honest about that. And so I was worried he was going to drive over and fucking smash his car again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So sorry, back to your point.
Well, yeah, my whole thing is, and maybe it was just cynicism that's been creeping in a little bit with Joe. But even with the episode where we're talking about the old social media, he has no memory of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like and again, maybe he's not capable. Maybe there's something and he's just not capable of having these sort of feelings. Maybe he's a shark and he just doesn't,
black.
He's just, he's just following that carrot in front of him. He's following that chum in front of him, which is downloads and magic cards. But anything else doesn't exist. And part of me was like, well, we could do this one. But then I'm like, asking him about previous birthdays. If he even remembers, he's not going to give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
He is, there's no sentimentality. And so part of me is like, I don't care to do something. Because even when people comment, say, Joe, we love you. He's like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, thanks. I mean, there's no like, and the same goes though for critiques. You tell him his comedy shit. Oh, okay. The only thing that really gets him going is the internet breaking down or you fucking with his magic cards.
Yeah.
That's like the only time you get emotion. Everything else, and so part of me is like, I mean, we could do something for his birthday, but who gives a shit? I mean, he doesn't care, I don't think. So why should we care? But at the same time, 27, the big 27, a lot of rock stars have died at the age of 27. So that number has a significance to it, I guess.
Case in point to what you're saying, Joe's not going to listen to this episode. Like, that's the crazy thing, is he's not going to listen to this episode or really anything we do, unless we like really, really hammer him to do it.
Yeah.
So originally the plan was to try and make it satisfying for both Joe and Ryan. There was going to be an overload component to doing this, trying to get Joe to not only participate in like normal birthday behavior, but also we're going to give him some things to eat and do during the recording. And then also he was going to have to come up with a list of 27 things that he wants to improve about himself for his 27th year on Earth. Well, Ryan, I decided no, because of what you were just saying. And so that was a perfect segue. There's no way. And after the Sloppy Joe incident, I'm like, I can't take another moment where Joe just won't do anything for the bit. Because one of the things that Ryan and I both really liked is, well, Joe should get ready for his birthday and maybe put like a little bit of makeup on and like really get himself put together. And it would have been super funny watching Joe trying to put makeup on and do some stuff. And we have another episode that we're cooking up, literally quote unquote cooking up. And Joe was bitching about that. And it was going to be it will be a hit, but it could have been an even bigger hit if Joe was willing to stick his neck out. So today, when Joe eventually gets on this fucking phone call or Zoom call, the plan is that Joe does not get to participate. He is muted. There will be video. We will get to see Joe, but Joe doesn't get to participate. Instead, and I'm going to do it now, we're going to have a couple other people come in and we are going to share stories about Joe's birthday. Or, well, not about his birthday, but about Joe. Fun, funny stories about Joe, trying to remind ourselves why we even hang out with this guy.
Yeah. And I need to do this. I need to do this because I've just been down. I mean, rewatching, and I hate that I feel this way because Joe's a good guy, but it's like there's so much lately when I start really thinking about his lifestyle and how it's not changing, regardless of the fact that he had this life almost altering moment and the way he smugly didn't want to do the sloppy Joe. It's sticking in my craw more than it should. And then rewatching it.
Yeah.
It's just like, I want to like say, Joe,
so Joe's here.
You got to get better.
Joe's here. I'm going to bring him in. And we'll explain what's going on. So he doesn't know what's happening. And he was salty. Oh, here he is. Joe, we need your video, bud.
Okay. Yep, here I am.
Okay, and oops, where the fuck are you? And you're muted. Okay. Don't you fight it. Don't you fight it. Okay. Oops, hold on. How do I highlight? Spotlight for everyone. Boom, there he is. Okay.
There.
Now, Joe, you don't get to say anything, okay? What was originally going to happen today was we were going to inundate you for our amusement. We were going to make you do a bunch of birthday stuff. You were going to have to come up with some things that you love about yourself and they have to change about yourself, tell stories and all this stuff, and I just knew everything was going to fall apart. You weren't going to do certain things that we wanted you to do, and that was going to rile Ryan and I up, and after the Joe Olympics, we can't take it anymore. Ryan's heart can't take it. And also, we would get amusement out of watching you be upset that you can't talk. So, you do have something before you that will make you happy, but also it's a double-edged sword. Joe is going to do a birthday box unboxing, and we are going to watch him enjoy this box. So we'll start with that. And then after that, we are going to tell stories about you, Joe. Things that we know about you, love about you, funny stories. It's not a HelloFresh. That was just the box that I had. Open it quick, Joe. There's perishable fucking shit in there.
Get into that. I don't want to get into
Slice it open. Very carefully.
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
There's a dog in there.
Yeah. Bark, bark.
Pork. One of those Grand Ridge Ripper dogs.
Yeah, it's a Muppet. Bark.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Okay.
Since Joe is muted, he's got to do it with his face, and that's almost.
We need like vaudeville music.
Okay. Yep. Start with the Wendy's, Joe. Start with the Wendy's.
Somehow I can still hear him.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, we got some Wendy's near you.
Joe, set your camera down. Set your camera down. Take stuff out of the box.
Joe, for a future episode.
There's a future episode we're working on. Yep. Okay. So what's in there, Joe? There's two items. Two of.
Oh God. This is really something.
And you're gonna eat this shit on camera. Yeah.
Sure.
Forks.
And you have to eat that napkin.
Yeah. And I want you to chomp up that.
Yep.
It's still good. It's
There's
still
19 nuggets now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, there he is.
There's 20 nuggets and 2 Baconator fries for you.
I'm gonna like this.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so let's set that to the side really quick and dig through the rest of the box, and then you can start eating your Wendy's. And there's barbecue sauce. I got you barbecue sauce. I think that's the one you like. Okay, we got some Cheetos. Honestly, when it came to chips, I wasn't sure what Joe likes, although I know he said he eats Doritos.
Yeah.
So there is a bag of Doritos in there too. So I just figured Cheetos, Doritos.
As long as they ain't made of potato, he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's some Thrash Apple Mountain Dew.
Oh God.
What is that? That's a new Mountain Dew flavor?
It's a good
Been around
granny
for a little
apple.
bit.
Oh wow!
got
I
It's
didn't-
from around
Crispy
Halloween time.
M&Ms,
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
some peanut butter M&Ms.
maybe I'll ask Joe to send me one of those.
Oh yeah.
Got
will.
him.
Couple of
Two
monsters.
Mountain
Oh
Dew
my
Is-
or Monster
god.
His
juices.
vitamins for the evening.
Yep.
No joke, because that's the only vitamins he gets is the vitamin B12 in the.
The trace amounts of juice in those
I got him a
things.
case of Monster.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
And here I am, like, complaining about Joe's weight and his health all the time, but here I am buying him this
Yeah.
shit.
It's only once
Yeah.
or twice or 3 times a week. Tyler, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. It's not every day like it used to be.
Oh shit! I got those. Those are big ones. Are those
Yeah,
the
that's
big
the
guys?
big bag.
That's the
Yeah,
big
I-
boys.
I got some of those too.
Because I was editing something recently and I saw him eating that. I got him a little cake.
Oh,
boy.
that's
Look
sweet.
at that.
And that's sweet.
Celebration cake. 27 years of doing nothing. You get a cake.
And
Straight.
some even smaller cakes.
Oh my god. He got 7 cakes.
I'd like a
SpongeBob,
cake
SpongeBob.
slice or pie. That would be
That
nice.
would be nice.
Okay, so Joe, here, tilt your camera down a little bit more so we can see you. Okay, go
There,
ahead and start
see that
snarfing down that
beautiful
Wendy's,
Birthday
Yeah.
face.
and
Yeah,
we're
well,
gonna
it's warm.
we're gonna share stories. We're gonna share stories about Joe. Anybody got one they want to get off their chest right away?
These are positive stories.
Yeah, I would say let's lean toward
Okay.
positive, but eventually
Okay.
we'll bring in Joe at the end. Oh, sorry, apologies. Joe, while this is going on and while you're hearing these stories, you need to come up with a list of 27 things that you want to improve about yourself, improve about yourself, that you want to do better this year, that you want to, ways you want to change for the positive. Now, of course, Ryan and I would love to hear stuff about how, like, I would really like to just drink some more water this year. I would like to go to sleep at regular bedtimes.
Yeah.
But I'll even
I
take,
respect other people.
yeah, I will take, sorry, that just hit me what Ryan said. I would love to hear
See what
real
Joe's
stuff,
saying to you. Fuck your bedtime. Give me monsters.
but 27's a lot. So if it comes down to you just saying, I wish to drink less sugar, fine.
there you
fine.
go. Reasonable.
If you need help, Joe, we have a list of about 1,000 things we want to improve about you that you can choose from.
Yeah, you can take 27 of those.
Yeah,
Oh, look,
more vitamins
vitamins.
and minerals.
I got my vitamins.
Ryan, you may have popped out there for a second. Are you back, bud?
I'm bad. I was
Okay.
I was getting Sour Patch Kids.
Okay, good.
Because Joe
Okay.
has them, and I have those exact bag. I'm like, I think I'm gonna eat some.
Okay, while Joe's indulging, I want to talk about how there was a period. Joe started hanging around with us post Grace's room, but it really picked up after Butcher the Baker's. And for the first year or two after Butcher the Baker, so basically 2016 through about 2018, basically until Benevolent Buckley show when I was about done with this dude, Joe was getting free fucking meals from me all the time.
Meals, rides, movies,
Drinks, everything.
Yeah.
And so there was a period where when Joe and I would talk regularly, almost every day, and he was coming over like probably every other, maybe 2-3 times a week. And what he would do is look at this fucking clown playing at the camera. Okay. Anyways,
he's got a
distracted
bacon
me.
wrap nugget. Good for him.
Yeah, that's
That looks delicious, Joe. I
We would
haven't
be
had dinner yet.
talking on Messenger, and I would just mention that I'm hungry, and he would always pounce. He'd be like, "Well, you want to go out to eat? You want to go out to eat? Because if Tyler eats, Bubby eats for free."
That's right.
And there was one particular time where I went to I was on a
mobile.
Buffalo Wild Wings kick at the height of my chub. And every Thursday I was going there, and there was one day where Joe said, "I don't really feel good, but I still want to go." So I went to Grand Ridge, I picked him up, and we started driving over to Peru. And we were hitting the back roads from Grand Ridge to Peru are awfully windy. And this was Joe's face about 5 miles into this ride. He was like trying to do like a Spock thing, like touching like above his eye and like
yes,
trying to
I
hold his
absurd.
mouth shut with his thumb. And he's just like just groaning as he's pressing his head against the cold window. And I'm like, "Joe, you're not feeling good?" And he would just go, "I'm fine." Because he wanted that free honey barbecue chicken more than he wanted to just get sick all over himself. Well, we got about 5 minutes away, and he said, can't do it. It was pretty funny. Okay, somebody else who's got another story about
Well,
Joe.
I have like a speech. Can you guys hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
A prepared
Okay.
statement.
It might be bad for listeners, but yeah, I have a eulogy, not a eulogy.
Excellent.
Okay, ready? Dear Joe, words can hardly describe the roller coaster of emotions you have brought to us in the last half decade. Was there frustration? Yes. Sorrow, disappointment, rage, and fury? Absolutely. But above all the cow shit, Joe, I want you to know that my love for you reigns supreme. I want you to walk through life knowing that you have and always will hold such a special place in my heart, and that I look back on our memories together with cherishment. Actually, most of my memories with you involve us gorging ourselves on some outlandishly portioned meal, like at a Chinese buffet, Golden Corral, Fogo de Chao, or Buffalo Wild Wings. Or at our grottos when you scalded the epidermis off your fingertips and took it like a champ. Some of my favorite memories are just spending time with you on set of Butcher the Bakers. Between scenes, I would force you to play little games with me, like when I would name a food or a movie and you would respond with some sort of non-verbal guttural sound to indicate whether you liked it or not. Or when you would thoughtfully bring me sweet little gifts, like those tiny Pokemon figurines you stole from, or those tiny pink little dice you got me at C2E2 that I still keep in my purse. Anyway, I know that underneath all the filth and rot, that there truly is a good boy Bubby in there. And I hope you know that you have the power within you to do whatever it is you want to do in life, Joe. And as your friend, I am here to support you every step of the way. So happy birthday, Joe, and I love you so much. Mwah.
Very nice.
Wow.
Ryan,
That was-
this is exactly what you were saying before everybody else joined us.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is an interesting phenomenon that's going on here, by the way, where we're able to just talk, and Joe, he can't say anything, so
we can
he's
hear
just
each other.
he's just eating.
Yeah.
And we can just watch him, and we don't have to hear him, and we can just observe him.
He's
This
truly become the silent monkey we always hoped he would be.
Yes, this is fascinating. And
I always thought we were
better.
going to have to crush his throat or something, but
Crush his throat.
yeah, we were going to have to just come in and do it ourselves. You know what I mean? Finally
Oh.
silence him. But,
Well, kudos.
Hopefully technology
Give him
stepped
a
up to
ton
the
of-
plate.
yeah, just give him a ton of Wendy's and mute him.
Yeah.
Kudos to Sarah. I don't know if you did this, but you looked like you had that memorized.
No,
Like,
I typed it up. What, Nick? 15 minutes before?
Yeah.
He told me,
Damn.
he's like, do you have a written statement? I was like, I mean, I just have like a notes of like bullet pointed, like a couple memories.
We're very formal here.
But
we need
he
written
forced me
statements.
to type up a eulogy. So, or a,
That's fine. Eulogy's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
bridesmaid's toast.
Yeah. That's right.
yeah, Joe's
There you go.
always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Anybody
I'd
else
like
have
to
any
see him in a
stories or anything they want to
bride's dress,
share?
I just, he's such a weird young man who's no longer a young man. He's 27. You got to start
Mhm.
doing something here soon, Joe. But one positive, all snark aside, for I believe my wedding, I got a nice card from Joe, and it was very sweet. But he also gave me an R2D2 keychain that is still on my keys to this day. All of, I don't know if you can see, but all of like the paint has long since been worn off. So I have this little R2 that that always reminds me of this guy right here. Yeah, that's probably the only positive. No, I'm just kidding. No, I once had a road trip. I took a road trip down to see a friend of ours at Millikan University, and Joe and I
yes.
had a whole grand adventure. Like 3.5 hours there, 3.5 hours back, which started with our stopping at Thornton's, me getting a coffee, the car getting some gas, and Joe getting a big old blue slush, which he had scarfed down in a matter of seconds. That was when I first listened to The Dollop was with that on that car ride. That was an old fixation of Joe's. That's where we learned about Nim and how he wants an orange. And all sorts of unsavory things that we've beaten to death and back.
I thought that was Joe.
Yeah. I also remember at one point Joe put on a play about his family heritage that I want to say was for Nick's birthday.
Yes, it was my quinceañera. Yes,
that's right. Yes, of course. That is a video that I come back to every now and then because it is a delight. God,
look at him.
It's just so distracting.
It really is.
His blood sugar is rising.
God.
That's sexual in a way I don't like. Now, eat it. You take a bite. Like Nick was freaking out about that jerky. Just eat the whole thing.
No, he's gonna take it real slow.
Okay.
Look at that.
Oh God, his tongue.
Speaking of road trips, when all of the area, oh God, what's the family videos were closing in Illinois? Very sad time. Joe was on this kick because he has to own things. He has to have them. And to his credit, he was paying for them. But when they were at dirt cheap bargain bin prices, he would just like keep messaging me, found another family video. You want to go? And this was also when Joe and I got stuck in the snow. I was in the midst of a Joe lecture and I got the car stuck. It was a whole to-do. But out of that, people were trying to come help us. And the guy in a big truck tried to come help us. And then he got his truck stuck. And Joe walked the 100 yards over to his truck to make small talk with this guy while he was trying to shovel it out. He was done with us. He was like, I'm getting my truck out and I'm fucking bailing on this. But Joe's over there standing, talking to this guy. Quite funny. But we went down to, oh God, was it Peoria or Bloomington or something? It was a distance. And I was in the car for an hour and a half with Joe. Got into arguments about a lot of things. We finally got down there and Joe realized, oops, I don't have my mask. This was like early in COVID. And so I had to go into a Walgreens and buy him a mask. And I bought the large mask because there was like small, medium, large. Well, the large was like a child's large. So Joe puts this mask on. It covers his mouth, like his lips. And that's it. He looked like it was a bit. It was a joke. And of course, as soon as we walk into the family video, the ladies start laughing. Like, that's so funny. That's so funny. Maybe they were anti-maskers or something. I don't know. But Joe was like, oh yeah. So my buddy had to get me a mask because I didn't bring mine, and he went to the Walgreens and he came back and it was too small. So that's a funny Joe mask story. And he wore it the whole time he was in there. So
good.
He committed to the bit.
Yeah, shocking.
I got more introspective for Joe's birthday.
Oh no.
And I decided to get real with myself and with the audience and really dive deep into this connection that Joe and I have. So let's begin. Joe is many things. He's heavy. He's a cartoon. He's a cautionary tale. He's also a dear friend when he's not too tired. But most importantly, Joe is me. And I am Joe. And we are the same man-child. Two sides of the same coin. One soul, two bodies. You remember when Blofeld told Bond he was his long-lost brother? Joe doesn't, because Joe doesn't like movies. But I do.
That's right.
And that is us. We are a dyad in the Force, ready to disappoint fans everywhere. Nicholas. Looking at us, we couldn't be more different. Physically, financially. But at our cores, beats the same gross, cholesterol-encrusted elephant heart, ready to explode. With love, and especially with cum. Happy birthday, Joe.
Love it. And then Dad Joe, come on. Do the whole thing. Finish
Keep
it off.
eating,
It's his
keep
birthday.
eating.
Let him
Do your
finish.
bit.
Okay. All right. At least you don't have to hear it.
Yeah, that's because you know he's
He's- I
shrieking.
mean,
He
as
is
far as I'm
screaming
concerned,
right now.
he's getting zapped by Palpatine or some shit off screen.
No, yo.
You will die. Keep eating, Joe, or are you finished?
Yeah, Joe, I gotta talk to you. Joe.
I think he's finished.
Okay,
Well, you got that cake. You got cake and fries. Keep eating until
you got
He's
any,
eating.
Joker.
anything funny to share,
Cupcakes
Ryan?
have-
You know, I probably will have a funny story, but I feel I need to get, and I don't want to do this because we just talked about how it doesn't matter. Joe doesn't give a shit how we feel about him. But
It's true.
and it frustrates, it truly frustrates me. And maybe he can't control it. Maybe it's part of something inside of him and he has no control over that. Like I said, like a shark. But I have to at least say my piece about Joe Buckley.
Oh God.
So it goes without saying, and we've all had a tumultuous time. All of us in this country, and the last couple of years have been tough, and tough for me personally, tough for me in many ways. And often during times of trouble,
Brother Buckley
think-
calls to you.
That's right.
yeah, and very much so. And I think about Joe. Joe will just pop into my head, something Joe did, something Joe said, and I'll feel better. I will feel a little bit better. And I feel fortunate. I hate fucking saying it. I feel fortunate to have Joe in my life. And I look forward to growing older with Joe in my life. And I know that's possible because I get fucking pissed at him. I disagree with almost everything he does. And yet I still want to know what he's doing and want to say, hey, and enjoy his company. So it's almost like a family type of thing where you have a brother that maybe you don't agree with politically, you don't agree with on almost every level, but he's still your brother and you still enjoy seeing them, even though oftentimes you're fucking furious with him and you just want to say, fuck that guy. But then you don't, because he's your brother and you still do enjoy him. And I feel that way a little bit with Joe. I don't get super angry. I mean, I do, but I do and I don't. It's hard. It's
I get it.
tough.
He is the little brother some of us never had.
Yes. And I had a little sister, but my little sister was capable of things. So I've never needed.
Same. Yeah, I have a little sister. She's great.
Yeah. Sister doesn't need me, in other words. And she hasn't since we were little. But Joe Buckley needs all of us. Joe needs all of us. And he may
Takes
not
a village.
he needs all of us. And I appreciate that Joe exists. And I'm proud to know Joe, despite the fact that I want to grab him and squeeze him and say, stop this, be something different. That's not fair to Joe.
Be something different.
Transform.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just
I get sure.
get some ambition, try, the potential, get out of the basement. Just try. I want to grab him and say, just fucking try. Try, Joe.
Look at him
On your
smiling
own.
as you talk about this, Ryan.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I don't want to be saying it, but I have to be honest about this since we're being honest. And I treasure Joe. I treasure knowing him. He doesn't even probably realize how much, and I could say this about the entire Malevolent Movies crew as well. Now, so Joe, you're not getting the only fucking credit. But I treasure these things and I treasure these moments, and it gets me through some fucking shitty shit and loneliness and fucking homesickness and all this other crap that comes along with leaving. And,
Come back, Ryan. We miss you.
and just the strain of me being a grizzled bastard in this world sometimes is a little bit better because of fucking Joe Buckley in it, even though he doesn't do anything to make it better. Just his existence in me makes me feel better, Joe. So keep, I don't want to say keep being yourself, but you know what I mean. Keep being yourself.
Joe
Let's just
is
get-
the Joe
let's
is the
just get
spice
better.
of life.
Yeah.
He's not nutritious, but you're gonna miss him when he's gone.
Yeah.
And
And I
that
don't want
spice
him to,
must flow.
That's right.
Joe, I look, there's a possibility that you'll be at my funeral one day, and I'm okay with it. I want to know you till I'm dead, even though you're gonna fucking piss me off constantly. But I still want to know you till I'm dead. So that's the best thing I can say. I want to know you till I'm dead.
We're all crying for the
sweet.
audience at home.
Who's
We're
gonna
all
die
crying.
first?
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. Trying to race, apparently.
Yeah. And I like the Exorcist shirt you have on now. Is that new? Well, you can't answer, but I assume it's somewhat new because I haven't seen it before.
I'm honestly shocked it doesn't say something like ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
the Comsorcist. And he's jacking it.
Comsorcist. The power of cum compels you.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Yeah, you love that. You fucking freak.
One of my favorite memories of Joe is in the late,
Oh, God. Not
really
this one.
early mornings of Butcher the Baker's. When we were on set filming, I was usually the one taking Joe home or to the shelter to sleep. And me and Lisa were. And we would get Joe to do PG comedy is what we would call it. Where basically,
yes.
Joe, you need to sell some steaks on TV, but the censors aren't going to let the bad stuff get through.
Yes.
And it killed. I mean, we were very loopy after like 20 some hours of working in a single day, but very funny, always great. Because when, I think a lot of people would agree that, have worked on projects, know that sometimes the challenging aspects of making something make it better because you're working around things. You're trying to find ways to get something through or to get something done without money, without talent, without the necessary people. And because of that, sometimes funnier things can happen. And Joe needs to remember that when he's trying to make some comedy that, just having an open field to say whatever you want doesn't always make it funny, guy. Sometimes having to push it through a little hole, the little Play-Doh star makes it better. So
He was never funny again.
That's right. We took away his Play-Doh thing.
A good recurring bit that we had going for a while was Joe would be in like an 80s sex comedy.
Yes, at our grotto. He had to get laid, brother.
Come on, guys, we got to get laid. Oh my gosh, we got to get laid before we go to college. This is the last day. We're going to graduate.
That was a fun time.
Yeah. Joe, when Joe can commit, because again, this is the running theme over the last couple episodes, committing to the bit. Yeah. Joe commits, and he doesn't just say 100 vulgar things. He tones it down. He's like, "Come on, guys, we gotta go get laid. Oh my gosh, all the jocks are gonna get the girls if we don't make it down to the drive-in. We gotta get to the drive-in, and we'll get milkshakes for the girls, and then maybe they'll kiss our penises. That's fun day."
That's right.
I was gonna say, isn't it weird to want to totally destroy somebody, but also care about them? Because,
oh, absolutely.
That's how I feel sometimes with Joe. Sometimes I just want to come up with some zingers that just rip him apart and make everyone laugh at him.
No one will blame you.
Yeah, but
the jury would convict you.
Yeah, it's the same time I care about Joe. And then when other people shit talk him, like trolls or something on the internet, I get a little steamed about it sometimes. I'm like, it's almost
he's our little whipping boy. You leave him alone.
Yeah, you don't
we can't make fun of him.
Anything you know about Joe is because what we let you fucking know. All right, we're in charge of what you know about Joe. You fucking act like you know Joe. All right.
So because it will become funny eventually. It will become funny. Joe was very frustrating today. We have talked. If there's one thing we've talked about since we've known Joe, it's the value of being on time and being prepared for something. And it's so frustrating. I knew I had to call Joe this morning. Or no, I'm sorry, his morning, my 5:15 p.m. I knew I had to call him because I watch on Messenger when his little bubble bounces to the bottom of the Slenderman group chat, then I know that means Joe woke up. Because what the first thing he does is he rolls over, he grabs his phone. Oh, who loves me today? What's going on today?
Slenderman Club loves me.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the first thing he does with that phone when he gets up.
Okay,
well, depending on what we've said about
takes
him,
a pic of his little clean butthole. He sends it to the
Tad.
Even though we've threatened on many occasions to give him the boot from these podcasts for this behavior, called him at 5:15. I know you just woke up, buddy, and you were laying in that filthy bed. And he, no, I'm up. Okay, actually, I'll try to do a real impression of him. Oh, hey, Tyler. Oh, hi, Joe. You just wake up? No.
I'm awake.
No, I'm awake. And so anyways, I knew I had to call him, but otherwise he wouldn't get ready. Even though I called him, I called Joe about 5:55. I'm 5 minutes away from his house with that care package or that birthday box. And I'm like, all right, Joe, you ready? I'm going to be in your house in like 10 seconds. Oh, okay. Just drying off. 45 minutes. Still wasn't ready. Waited till the last minute to get out of, not even the last minute. He was too late. He's too late to get out of bed. And we've had multiple instances of the internet issue. Joe knows he should be testing his internet to make sure that it's ready for the pod, and then calling whatever it's Frontier Internet to scream at them to get the internet ready. He still doesn't do it. So I was hot as shit. I was like, I'm going to throw this box out the fucking car. I'm going to throw the box out of the car when he said he was wet. But I know I'm going to laugh about it later. Oh, you get out of there. You get out of there, Joe. You can't talk to us.
You do not have a voice.
Delete.
Not
I'm going to
tonight,
delete
you
that
don't.
chat, you motherfucker.
Around 6 during peak hours. Fuck your peak hours.
Yeah. Anyways, long
Brain
story
rip.
short, it's frustrating. It's super frustrating, especially because I'm still hot about that sloppy Joe. But it will be funny. It's just you got to give it time.
Mhm.
Over time, it will become funny again. But still do better.
Yeah.
Are you writing down the 27 things you're going to change about yourself this year?
I want to fucking
Okay.
scald him with some sloppy Joe.
Oh, he's got his phone. Okay. Looking up.
Oh,
How
God.
much of it you think are going to be bits though? It's going to be like
No
I
bits.
want to be able to eat my
No,
own seed.
I think he's going to do this, but I have a feeling most of them are going to be things he genuinely wants to do and improve, but it's going to be like magic shit.
Mm.
I mean,
It's gonna
27.
be
That's
stuff
a
there.
lot. That is a lot. I don't even know if I would have 27 things.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
don't.
It is
I
a
can-
lot, but still,
Okay.
Can make some up.
make some good jokes there.
How about 27 things you hope happen? How about that?
Yeah.
I hope I win the lottery. I hope David Lynch.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you got to fill out the test, you know.
That would be a nightmare scenario. Joe winning the lottery. That would be an absolute, like a significant amount of money, like millions of dollars. What a nightmare! What a life-crushing, soul-crushing event that would be for many, many people.
You know what?
Because-
You know what I think would happen though? I think Joe would listen to us. I genuinely
I think
do. When it comes
I was
to
going
the
to say
money.
that too. I think Joe is the perfect person to win the lottery
because we'll
because
take it
when
from
Joe
him.
has,
Well, yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, because when Joe has money, he is the first to say, "Hey, do you need any help? Do you need help with this?"
yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Let's just
When
make
he-
sure that he signs a contract with us first.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
like
I-
starting now.
Joe, I think I could get this to happen. Joe, sign over power of attorney to me.
Yeah.
I think
you need
Joe
somebody
would
to
do it.
look over you.
We just got to kill him.
There was a chance that your parents would have had to pull the plug on you a couple months ago, and I don't think they would have done it, but we would have. We would have pulled the plug.
We would have put you out of your misery.
Let him die.
would've
We
all-
got a Ouija board. We're trying to get him back in the studio.
As he's
We
rolling
would've
around
done-
in the bed saying, "Oh, I'm awake."
Joe,
We'd have that pillow over your face.
we would have blazed in there and we would have noticed the bags of blood hooked up to you. We said, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? This guy loves Mountain Dew with the bubbles. Keep the bubbles in there. We
Yeah.
want the bubbles and the dew in his veins now. Do it, doctor. And we
Yeah.
would have done it.
Matter of
Why
fact,
aren't
you
you
know what,
eating?
Doc? Crank the CO2 up a little bit.
Yep. He
Give him a
doesn't
little
need
extra juice.
he. What's oxygen? O2. Don't give him any O2. Are you kidding
Just
me?
give him the C. He's always talking about cum.
Oh yeah, just these hooked up with just big bags of semen or just big
Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay.
just,
Why
And
isn't
somehow-
he eating?
Don't you message in the chat, you motherfucker. You
Oh.
get out of there. We're not even gonna read that.
Who
We're not even gonna
reminded
read
him
that.
how to? Yeah.
All right, Joe.
Yeah, but-
Crack open some of the candy. Get some M&Ms out, or maybe some
Yeah.
Doritos or
I was
something.
gonna say, yeah. Are you
try that. Drink that Mountain Dew. Drink that Dew.
are you really done with all that shit?
Try one of those Dews. I'm interested in that.
This kind of feels like he's in.
I should have shaken
like,
that up. I should have shaken that up.
This kind of feels like he's like out in space or something,
Actually, I like that.
or he's at the bottom of the sea.
He's on Mars. There's like an 18-minute delay between what we tell him. to do.
Yeah, and like we're like, all right, listen, we're gonna live stream with Joe. He's not gonna be able to say anything, but we'll see him. And Tyler sent the robot up to send him a gift. And
This is
His
like
face
it's like
that when he-
Apollo 13. We're
Yeah.
trying to get him to save his own life.
yeah, he's like Matt Damon. He's stuck on Mars with his poop vegetables.
Yeah.
Instead, he's just stuck in his basement with his poop
Oh.
vegetables.
Joe loves
Yeah.
caca. Joe eats caca.
Joe
Yes,
fucked
yes,
his
he
ass with
does.
a turd. Is
Yeah,
that what I'm
correct.
Joe
hearing?
fucked his ass with a
Fecal
turd.
fiend.
Joe fucked
Joe
his ass
fucked
with
his
a
ass with
turd.
a turd.
Joe
Joe
fucked
fucked
his
his
ass
ass
with
with
a
a
turd.
turd.
That's
Joe
an
fucked
old
his ass with
buddy.
a turd.
Look at him. Look at his little face. What are you doing?
Ooh, my
Dingus?
nipples are cold.
Open some of that
my
candy.
nipples are cold.
Ooh,
About this.
cool
I'm-
nip nips.
I'm Joe Buckley, nipple boy.
On this day, 25 years ago, there were a
Oh,
group
yeah.
of people that were getting together on this night with love in their hearts and gifts. There was grandmas and grandpas, and everybody was looking at little Joe, and everyone was making jokes about, oh, he'll be president one day. Wonder what he'll be. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? And then at 25 fucking years hence, he's struggling to open up a Sour Patch Kids bag.
Ryan, let's take it back even further. 27 years ago today, let's paint a picture of what was going on in that delivery room.
Bob
Well,
and Judeline's lives changed forever.
You know that there was a squirt of shit that accompanied. You know it.
It was a dark night,
And
a
they
dark
couldn't,
February
they couldn't
night.
tell what was what.
Yeah. the Judeline was squealing.
Get this
Joe was
fucker
coming
out
out-
of me!
Joe came
You
out-
did this, Bobby! You did this, Bobby!
Joe came out already in a sitting position. He came out ass first. He was already sitting.
Oh my god!
The doctor had a small lazy boy that the baby just fell into.
I don't want this thing, Bob. I don't want it.
Oh, Bob was working. He was like, I'll fucking see it when I get home. I got glass to lift.
I got glass to lift. Oh my god!
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. I like where we're headed with this, because honestly, it's hard to come up with stories with Joe. One that you guys haven't already heard. You've heard a lot of the big hitters.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
But
Everybody
also
knows them.
most of the stories of joy around Joe are also very disgustingly attached to tales of anger and rage. So we don't want to go hard on Joe, especially because we're enjoying the fact that he can't talk right now. And he's committing to the bit, and we appreciate that, Joe. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I like the lore, the Buckley lore of how he came to be. So let's start from the beginning. The night.
This is a night we've never considered.
The night that Bob and Juline, they porked, and they made
today.
pork.
Oh
Yeah.
god!
How do you think that went?
today.
What do you think was going on? Okay. Oh, actually, so when
We need to know their
was I
anniversary.
consummated?
I was gonna say let's count back 9 months or something here.
Pregnancy date. We got a calculator.
And I'd
There we
also
go.
like, I think the time frame between when they exchanged vows and then Judeline barfed out Joe. I want to know how much time was Joe. Were they quick
Okay.
to start a family, or they
So-
take their time for a while?
On average, it looks like, with a very high probability, the conception took place between May 17th and June 13th. So do you think? Okay.
Of 94.
Of 94?
Oh,
Was
they
it a
were
hot
sweat. They
summer?
were
Was it a
sweat.
really hot summer?
Did they go
Gassy
see Pulp
summer.
Fiction and they got all hot?
So this would have been what year? 94.
94. Yeah.
Fucking hey, man. That was the Christ. So they were.
No. It can't be 94, right? Because then he would be.
No, because he was born
28.
in 95.
Oh yeah. Oh, fuck me. Sorry. Okay. In May of 1994, the average high temperature in Chicago was 72 degrees. So that's not too bad. But let's just say, actually, on May 31st, the temperature was over 90 degrees.
Ooh.
Do you think Bob and Juline were sweating it out in that house?
Fucking hot.
Yeah,
Joseph.
they can't afford AC, so they didn't have sure as fuck didn't have AC then when they're May 11th, 1994 is when The Crow came out, because all right, obviously everyone knows I'm an old fucking man, but the reason I remember specifically because that means around May of 94 was the end of my fucking freshman year, and it was when I knew I was failing Algebra 1, and I'd never failed a class in my life, and I was real stressed out. I remember this, and I remember being stressed out about it while watching reviews of The Crow on TV, like Siskel Niebuhr type of thing. And so we're talking May 94. Around all that, I know what I was doing. While
weird.
Judeline and Bob were just getting it.
I bet you felt it. You felt that the moment that your rival was conceived.
As you were walking out of the theater.
That was my failed algebra.
You were walking out of the
you felt a rift in the force.
Yeah, you're walking out of the theater, your knees hit the ground, you buckled, boom, popcorn bucket, slow motion, tips over, boom. And you just grabbed, ah!
And I didn't know why. And I went to the family counselor. Nobody knew why. I had a breakdown.
You would eject in your pants. It was.
Yeah, well.
Actually, Joe, would you be willing to help your mother call into this and tell us about your birth? Would you be willing to do that? She doesn't have to go downstairs. She can call in.
I won't say anything about screwing her.
Yeah, no, we won't say anything inappropriate. We just want to know what was it like in the hospital?
What if Ryan is Joe's dad?
Well, that's the surprise for his 30th birthday. Come sit on my lap, boy. I gotta learn you. You're my son.
Come on, Joe. Commit to the bit. Your mom would love to tell that story. Okay. No. It's not fucking, Joe. We're talking about your birth. What was your for me, like my birth was very difficult. The doctor literally put his foot up on the fucking bed or whatever the fucking chair, and he broke my fucking collarbone. They had to get the fucking the fucking claw thing and put it around my head and pull me out, and they broke my collarbone. My parents always talk about how they wish they had sued. But anyways, will you please at least go ask your mother and just ask if she'd be willing? She can call in. We can give you the call-in number so she could stay upstairs on the couch with the kiddies and just call in and tell us about your birth.
Come on, Joe. This is your birthday present to us.
We won't say anything inappropriate. You know us. We appreciate your parents. They're very nice people.
You know I'm not going to say anything to your mother.
Come on, Joe. Commit to the bit. Make up for the sloppy Joe.
I do have some information. Some weather information. From a bit like 10 fucking minutes ago. Joe, do you know, and this, I mean, Julie will probably know, do you know what time of day you were born? Because there is a very sudden and distinct dip in temperature on February 21st, 1995 in Grand Ridge, Illinois. Around 8:00 p.m., there was like a 30-degree drop. And then it steadily climbed back up to about 30 degrees.
I do like the image of Joe being born in like a manger in Grand Ridge instead of the hospital like 20 miles away.
I love the idea of Julene screaming for the Conestoga wagon for Bob to get the mules out so they can make it to the fucking great.
We're not talking about Ryan's birth story here, guys. Come on.
I wonder if Julie even knew that she had Joe. I think maybe she just pushed a little bit. I'm gonna need to check my drawers when I get home. And then she gets home, there's a fucking baby in there.
You can put all this to rest, Joe, if you just get your mom on the phone.
Come on, Joe, get your mom.
Joe's first breath of life was through his mom's panties.
That's awful.
See, with Ryan saying shit like this, he's never gonna do it.
Come on, I'm not gonna say this to your mom, Joe.
I know.
No, my mother would not be interested.
I'm not gonna say this to her. Come on,
Joe. Give me okay. If I call your mom and I ask her politely, and I just tell her, "Hey, you're on speakerphone," and just ask her a couple questions, would you let me do that? Oh, okay. Hold on. You can just because you're an alien right now. You're in space. We can't hear you. Okay. You just nod yes or no. Are you embarrassed by what your mother might say? And that's why. I don't think it has anything to do with your actual mother. It's, are you embarrassed? You're not embarrassed?
It's fine if you are.
Okay, so you're not.
He wants to keep the world separate.
Okay, is that what you're trying to keep man with no brain separate from your parents?
Yeah, because remember how shitty he got when we were doing the Grand Ridge Days thing and we went back to his house and it started to be about his dad's garage and all that. And it totally changed his attitude because it was no longer making fun of Grand Ridge. It was about his family. And I mean, I respected Joe, but at the same time, then you turn around and talk about, arc ropes of cum shooting out of your dad all over the wall.
Yeah, so, I've had to bleep out. I've had to bleep out probably I could count on two hands the number of times you've either claimed your dad. I'm gonna bleep that because I don't want that out there because I don't think Bob deserves that. Unless burn your house down, but you tell us.
In which case, we got a whole new season.
Joe on Life on the Streets with Joe Buckley, phase 3.
Joe on the run.
Joe's
Joe
got the
panhandling for
runs.
nuggies.
Joe's got the runs. He's running from responsibility. He's running from murder. Joe's
He's
got the
running
runs.
for murder one.
Joe's got the runs.
Oh,
Joe's
God.
got the runs.
All right. Does anybody else have any? How many numbers you got left on that list, Joe?
Yeah, I'm dying here is 10.
10 left.
And
Okay.
left.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, what about Jake? If I call Jake, would you let me talk with Jake?
What if we call
He doesn't want any Buckley.
You're
Oh,
okay with Jake? I've got Jake's number.
you got his number? Just fucking call him right now. Say, hey, what do you know about Joe? What do you know about protein powder?
Joe would just disconnect.
Okay.
Nah, I'm done.
Joe, I'm gonna call
We'd
your
never see him
brother,
again.
okay?
He would never call us.
Okay. Wish I had your sister's number. I bet she'd give us some hard truths.
We can
on
get
you.
it from Jake.
I bet you we can use that big
Or get it
brain.
from
of-
Tad. Someone messaged Tad.
Oh yeah, what's Tad up to
But
tonight?
don't call Tad.
No.
Oh, come on. He might be working a shift.
Oh, saving lives.
Yeah.
Literally.
He's frantically texting Jake, telling him, "Oh, you need to restart your phone. It's an emergency. You need to turn it off. There's a
You're gonna
virus.
get-
Turn your phone off."
Yeah, you're gonna get a
Actually-
call from Tyler.
This leads into a perfect question, Joe. Who has wished you a happy birthday today? Okay, so did your mom and dad wish you a happy birthday? Yes. Okay.
He's not-
Did Jake message you happy birthday? Oh,
Ooh.
Jake, you had an
Putting his ass
opportunity
on
to redeem
fire.
yourself here. Do you think your brother knows it's your birthday? Maybe. Okay. He probably knows it's February, maybe late February, but maybe not the specific date. Okay. Did your sister wish you happy birthday? Okay, that's nice.
Nice work, sis. How about grandma? How about Graham?
Of
Graham?
course,
Of course.
Graham.
Absolutely.
Do you have both grandmas? Yes. Did both of them wish you?
Grandma Buckley.
Damn,
that's nice.
completing the set. Look
What
at
about
him.
Tad? Oh, Tad did. Okay, good. Good.
Okay.
Oh, I figured
all
you had-
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, though. Did
Oh, no.
Mr. Shaw wish you a happy birthday?
Mr. Zach.
Mr. Zach. He's like, who's Mr. Shaw?
Yeah.
Robert
Okay.
Shaw.
No, Zach. Although he was invited, he said he might pop on. Maybe he was going to save it for
I was
this.
gonna say if we're doing this, I technically haven't before we got on here.
No, I refuse to say happy birthday this year to Joe. Well, this is
he
good.
just did it.
Well,
Cut that all.
I'll edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except I'm going to edit it to Ryan saying, Joe eats cum, and then Joe goes, woo, 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 woo.
Put it here.
Did Mr. Sean Walsh wish you a happy birthday?
uh,
Yeah, that's good.
Nope. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Did fans of Let Me Tell You About and The Man with No Brain, or maybe even Malevolent Movies, did any of them reach out to you and wish you a happy birthday? How many?
Nice. Yeah. Is
Just
this
a
like
rough
widespread knowledge that it's your birthday? 5 of them.
Five, half dozen or so. Okay.
Oh, it's not bad.
well, I know on Facebook because it does say, and I know at least Mr. Dan Cherney on social media. I saw that just before we came on. I'm sure
You
other
got
people.
I'm
Shirts
gonna
on your
check this
birthday.
out.
I gotta see this. This is like a historical event.
Joe Buckley got churned.
Yeah, star of Rock Murders or whatever it was called.
Oh yeah, sure. He sure was.
Okay.
He's all over episode 2.
Okay. Most of these names I don't know.
Kathy
okay.
M. Buckley.
An actor who was in River City Panic and Grace's Room, small parts. He's a funny guy though.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't know Joe for any other reason than they were both in the same project. Wished you a happy birthday, Joe, and you haven't
That's
liked
great.
it.
Yeah.
Dan Cherney, best wishes to Benevolent Buckley. John Spencer from the radio.
Nice, John's always
Hey.
liked you. John,
Oh my-
everyone at the radio station's always liked you.
Oh, Kaylee, who famously has one of Ryan's favorite moments from
River City Panic.
Grace's room,
Grace's room.
discussing Christmas time.
Oh yeah,
wish you
yeah.
happy
That's one,
birthday.
that's one of my favorite jokes in that whole thing. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I love it.
I forgot about that.
Oh gosh.
Mike Doan. Mike Doan. He's part of. I don't know. He's involved in movie stuff around here, but I don't know him. He must have watched Butcher the Bakers, but he's from this area, and I think he helps out on movies around here. So.
Okay, yeah. So some family. We got some Buckleys in here, wishing you a happy birthday. Okay,
I'm just looking at Joe's pictures on Facebook.
Joe.
Oh, fucking
Joe, did your parents get you any gifts for your birthday? Peanut butter? Don't you unmute yourself. Don't you unmute yourself. Okay, you could type it in the chat. What do you mean probably later? Is that what they said? Hey, Joe, happy birthday. We'll probably get you something later. Is that serious? I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Honestly,
Joe, we got to think about Joe's schedule here.
Oh, later tonight.
Joe hasn't been up for very much before we got online here.
No.
So I understand. So, Joey, we'll do it after your show.
Oh God, I'm looking at this picture of you and your siblings.
Jules Buckley, there she is.
You know what? I wonder if I'm friends with your sister on Messenger, can I call your sister Joe?
Can you call her Joe? She looks just like him.
She's a friend of
uncanny.
Friend of us. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if I'm friends with her on Messenger. Oh.
How's your list coming, Joe?
Oh, we're not
So
friends.
10.
I can call her though. I can
you
call
work
her.
hard,
Oh,
yeah.
this is going to get interesting.
Maybe she's making you an uncle, Joe, right now.
Oh,
You know what I mean? On your birthday.
it wouldn't let me call her.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Fucking A.
Well, Joe, give us her number. Come on. We're fucking around.
Yeah, would you give me your sister's number, Joe?
Come on, Joe. She was in the movie.
Oh, that's right.
She's not a stranger. You know what I mean? As long as there's no dating. Well, we're not asking you to date her. It's that ship has sailed. She's married.
Yeah.
are you worried about Ryan dating your sister? Hmm?
Okay, so wait,
Yeah.
are you going to send
There's
me
too much
your
Buckley.
sister's number or not? You can text it to me. Oh, you're oh, okay.
Okay.
Good.
The door's opening. The door's opening behind Joe. Do you see that?
Oh,
shit.
what's happening?
Is it the
What's
cats?
happening?
What's
Is it the
going
cats?
I don't like this.
Are we
No,
going
I
to see
don't-
him murdered?
It's the cats. Fuck yeah.
It's my
Here we
birthday.
go.
It's that tiny version of Joe we were talking about. It's his future self
Yes.
coming in.
Oh,
baby
God.
Joe.
You know,
It's,
in what the fuck was it? The remake, the 70s remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and there's that scene where the dog has the fucking human face. What if this little cat comes walking in? It's got a little tiny Joe face on it. Oh, that'd be horrific.
Okay. Here we go. I'm calling his sister. Bayou Buckley. She lives down in Louisiana.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box.
God damn it.
Oh.
Why is she screening me, Joe?
Wow, Buckley not taking care of their shit, and I'm shocked.
She wished Joe happy birthday and then she logged off for a week.
I mean, listen, yeah.
A lot of love to make. She's a newlywed.
Ugh. God. You know what that means? I hope your sister took or her fiance took your last name so he could be a part of the clan. And not that clan, but the Buckley clan. And
What do you do when you're dating somebody and she introduces you to her brother Joe? I'm like, what? I'd like to know that guy's perspective.
let's get him on the phone.
But it wasn't. I'm gonna call him now. Joe, what's his number?
Joe, is your sister messaging you about some stranger trying to call her?
Give us the entire Buckley. Just give us the entire Buckley.
Oh, Joe gave me
I
the
wanna
wrong
call all
number. Joe gave me the wrong number. Okay, here we go. Come on, phone number 2.
Hello?
Grandma's number next.
Nana's number. Oh, you're that
Uh,
Mr.
uh,
Am that's ruining my boy.
You're the one who makes the scary videos.
Those scary commercials. Where's he off to?
Your call has been forwarded to
Making
an
a run
automatic
for it.
voice message system. Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or
Yes,
press
you're out.
1 for more options.
Hey, Jess, it's Tyler Am. I was calling you because we're doing a podcast episode devoted to Joe's birthday, and we were looking for some fun, funny stories about Joe that people wanted to share, and curious if you or your brother had any. So give me a call or shoot me a text or something if you've got any funny stories about Joe. We're watching him right now. He's holding his cat on the video call. So I think he just said that he loves you. Is that right, Joe? Yep, he said he loves you very much.
he's-
All right, thanks, Jess. I'll see you. The hesitation on your ass. Motherfucker, just tell your sister that you love her. God, I guess. I don't fucking know. That cat is, look at the eyes on that cat. Please help.
That cat has
Help
seen
me.
some shit.
He's
I
looking for an
bet you-
escape route.
how
Get
many
me out of
times-
here.
Get out of here.
Bye.
Hey, Joe, just promise me one thing, Joe, that when you're on your back and you're just tugging on that dirty dick and the cat walks in, that you shoo the cat out, right? You don't just let the cat see that, right?
They make eye contact.
Yeah.
Joe has too much respect for cats to do that. to
Not
them.
right now. That cat's like, get me out of here.
Oh, that
Well,
cat,
I mean,
Please.
yeah.
Look
You're
at
not
it.
fighting too hard.
you
Well,
promised me
because
not on your
of the-
birthday, Joe.
The cornucopia of stinks around Joe are just weakening the cat. Oh,
But imagine if Joe was holding any of us that way.
Oh, I would be terrifying. I'd be
Wouldn't
Just
breathe.
squeezing our
I'd just be trying to
skulls.
poop on him. All right, that's enough. Get me out of here. Get me out of
yeah.
here. Get me out of here.
I hope he claws you. Holding that cat against its will.
Oh,
Well, it smells the food on him. Look at that cat sniffing his shirt. The cat
yeah.
smells it.
That's why I came
Oh,
down. Oh, we got chicken nuggets down here.
He's like, look at my asshole while I sniff your pants.
Give us Nana's number.
Yeah. Yeah, give me Nana's number and her deed to her house because she won't need it very much.
Oh, God, this is ridiculous.
See
Well-
that list.
Yeah,
Yes,
Joe, how many items do you have left on your list?
Doing the Blofeld thing.
Yeah, no
5.
kidding. You have 5.
All right, well, keep.
Yeah, finish those last 5 so we can get the bit
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, give
Um,
us your aunt's number or something. Give us Tad's mom's number. Give us something. We're gonna keep calling until we get somebody. You know.
Look at what. I don't know who
I know
this
you
is.
got more food. What are you doing?
Yeah, eat food. Eat food.
8. I have a cat on my lap.
Oh
I
my
have a cat
God.
on
Don't
my
eat-
lap.
Yeah,
Don't eat
this
the
is
cat.
this is some good podcasting right now.
Yeah, you're a real potter, Joe. You're a real
Yeah.
good potter. Good at the
And a
pot.
giant baked potato.
Okay,
Yeah.
Look at
so
that
does
thing.
anybody else have any Joe stories?
Yes.
Anything?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Joe, do you remember the time that we got pulled over? Yes? Yes?
He does.
Yes. So
Who was driving?
our friend, our Milliken friend.
Oh, is
Oh,
this
yeah.
the candles incident?
I think so. Is that what we were going out to get?
It was we were at the cabin.
Someone,
Butcher the
yeah,
Baker's, right?
someone sent us out to get something. I
It
don't
was
know.
it was Nick. It was Nick.
Someone sent us out to get something, and so Milliken.
I paid that ticket, by the way. I paid the ticket.
Oh, there a ticket involved? That sounds right.
yeah, yeah.
Our Milliken.
I mean, I was happy to do it though. I was happy to do it.
Well, it was your car. Yeah, which was like
Oh, I don't remember.
So that was the first time I'd ever been in an experience where I got pulled over. I think that's why I remember it so much. And our Milliken friend was driving. I believe Joe was in. Joe, were you in the back? I think Joe was in the back seat. I was in the front seat. And all I remember is, very nice officer. And Joe was very polite to the officer. And he
Oh,
did
of course.
he did
He was afraid.
he did everything that he was supposed to do. He was guiding me through the experience.
So what that tells me is if somebody puts on a policeman's outfit and pulls Joe,
That's right.
whether you're a real cop or not. Joe's not going to know, and he's going to do everything you say.
Any old thing.
Everything.
Get in the car, please, Mr. Buckley.
Yeah.
Bend over, Mr. Buckley. I'm gonna have to
Buckley,
do a
this is
full
standard
body
procedure
cavity
these days.
search.
Mr. Buckley, I want you to put your face in this plate of Sloppy Joe's. No, fuck you, no. That's the one
You'll never take me alive.
Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
So we've regaled a lot of the stories.
Yeah.
of
That's
Joe.
the thing is I'm trying
You
to
know.
find ones that we haven't
He
Joe
hasn't made
talked
any
about.
new ones in a while.
Well, that's the thing is like now that we're not, so many of those is we're all together doing something, even when we were getting all together to record this, but we don't anymore. And now it's all just, he's got so much time in the wild.
Yeah.
Okay,
I remember
how
the-
about
Fascinating
what,
when he goes somewhere.
what was each of your first impression of Joe upon meeting him?
Didn't give the kid a second thought. Be completely honest with you. Had a lot going on because I was trying to make my first movie, and Joe just showed up. I mean, Joe is the same. I mean, exactly the same. The only difference is I think his face is a little looser, and I mean
Yeah.
that literally, because if you look at old pictures of Joe, like his
just, like,
eyes
tighter.
are so squinty.
Yes.
Like he's doing like a French Stewart. But anyways, I just remember seeing Joe, and I knew Joe was completely out of his element. Joe was completely uncomfortable. And I mean, I was happy to have him around. I appreciated the fact that this kid from Grand Ridge wanted to participate in the making of my movie. And so, I think the whole way throughout the making of those movies, everybody was very appreciative of Joe's efforts, except for maybe the crew on the first movie, but those were bastards to begin with. But all in all, like, I think people appreciated Joe. They thought as he started to talk was funny. And so I think most people probably have a pretty decent experience of Joe. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, my experience is pretty similar of just like, oh, it's just like another kid is here. I remember it was the day that we were shooting Mr. J's. He appeared, he materialized in his bright pink shirt, his AV Club shirt, and helped us move cameras and maybe not cameras and move boxes and shit. But yeah, and then I feel like I didn't really see Joe, I think, until probably the first screening of River City Panic, and then definitely, like Tyler said, Grace's Room is when he just he graduated from a movie person to just one of our crew of degenerates, and now here we are, however many years later.
It was 2009.
It's not 2009.
We were in the AV Club,
Oh, for you. Sorry.
and this funny looking little boy comes in with his little brother. I think it was your little brother there, Joe. Jake wasn't there. Well, you were there, but then from then on, he was burned into the back of my eyeballs, so I was seeing him everywhere. So I would see him. I have this distinct memory of him following, not following, but walking around downtown Ottawa and seeing Joe, and I thought it was Jake just appearing in like every store that we were at. The Purple Monkey, and anywhere you could search for people's
That is another
discarded
Joe
treasures.
thing.
Yep.
Is that Joe will
Like-
just appear at events.
Yep.
If there's a public event, just wait. If you haven't seen him, just look in the crowd.
Yeah, no. You look back through
Like
the
Waldo.
Zapruder footage, you'll see him there.
There. Yeah.
It's
Like, what's
Pennywise.
going on?
Looking through all those old documents at the library, looking at the microfiche or whatever, and you see Joe in there. Joe's way back in. They're erecting. They're breaking ground on Grand Ridge back in 1812. And there you see Joe.
Back when it was just the Ridge.
Yeah,
Frontier
Santa
Buckley.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Take it back to the future. There's an old.
How many?
I
How many you got
remember-
left, Joe?
How many you got? Well, you write those. I'll tell you my memory. All right. So I've talked about this before on the podcast. My first
You ready?
thing with Joe, but my very first interaction with Joe was just sort of a nervous moment because I was showing up on one of the last days of Grace's Room. I didn't really know. I only knew Sean, and I was showing up to just do a bit. a bit little thing, and I didn't know anybody, and I'm showing up at late night on a Saturday to the shelter, and I'm like, okay, this is where we're meeting, and I don't see anybody around. I don't know who I'm supposed to meet. I'm just sitting in my car with this stupid mustache that I grew and this big gold earring, and I'm like, I feel like an asshole. I don't know anybody. I don't know what's going on. And then a van shows up, or a car pulls up, and everybody gets out and goes into the shelter. I'm like, well, I probably should talk to one of these people to figure out where I'm supposed to go. And one of those people comes out, and it's Joe Buckley. And I just say, hey man, I don't know if I'm in the right place. I'm just doing a quick little bit in the movie, and I don't really know where I'm supposed to go. Do you know? And Joe's like, oh yeah, you just come with us. I said, okay, cool. And I got in the back of the car with, I don't even remember who else was in there. And then Joe, it just starts talking about DVDs and steelbooks. And I'm like, okay, cool. This kid's into collecting movies and Blu-rays. Immediately, I felt much more at ease. But Joe wasn't being weird. I thought he looked weird. I thought he was a nerd. But I was like, well, I didn't think of what I would. And then that was it. That was my only real interaction with Joe until, and that was late summer 2014 or 15. And then it wasn't until the premiere of Grace's Room, which I went to see it, because at that point things were happening with Butcher the Bakers but it wasn't that yet. But so I went to the screening of Grace's Room, and the scene where I had forgotten all about Joe. And then there's the scene with Joe, and everybody starts laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck is so funny? I'm like, and I thought to myself, it must be some sort of in-joke with it. Because again, I'm like, it's just that dork that was into Criterion. And he doesn't do anything funny. And I'm like, everybody's crying with laughter in the theater. I'm like, oh, it must be an in-joke. It must be an in-joke thing. All right. And then shortly after that, the ball started rolling more with Ill, and then which became Butcher the Bakers. And then I started to obviously know Joe a lot quicker. But at first, yeah, it was just, oh, he's that nerdy kid that was helped me where to go. And then a year later, 6 months later, or no, wait a minute. No, that's right. Well, when did we do the Autumn Bluffs? What year was that? Because I know it was November
2017.
Autumn Bluffs was after Butcher the Bakers.
Was it after Butcher?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know, yeah.
Or no, sorry, 26. Oh yeah, that's right. Because we filmed.
Autumn
Butcher
Bluffs
the Bakers
was
summer of 2016.
Yeah,
okay.
After we filmed Butcher the Bakers before it was released.
Okay, because at that point I knew Joe a little bit more when we worked on that.
Yeah.
No, Autumn Bluffs was before Butcher the Bakers. Yeah, it was before, because it was November of 2015. It was Thanksgiving break. It was like the Thanksgiving weekend.
I'm pretty sure it was 20. Listen, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think
because I didn't really even then I
check
because I wasn't doing a podcast or anything with any that we hadn't done
99 cent movies.
99 cent movies. Yeah, I think we did all that because I really didn't know anybody then. So I was uncomfortable doing that too because I didn't really know anybody.
Oh,
and if we'd already done Butcher the Bakers, I wouldn't have been uncomfortable at all. So it had to have been.
No, you're right.
It had to have been because I remember feeling kind of weird then, just because I didn't know everybody that well.
Yeah, and Joe was starting to infect you.
And so that's true, Joe. Yeah, but even Joe on that, Joe didn't do anything weird on that. So yeah, that's right. Joe just kind of stood there and helped out. So I got no goofs out of Joe then. And I barely talked to him during that. And then, except then when he played the part, I thought that was funny. I was like, oh, that kid's kind of fun. But then again, still though, with Grace's Room, I was like, why is everyone laughing at his bit? Because I still hadn't figured out that Joe was funny.
Well, and Joe wasn't doing things intentionally to be funny. Now, I'm not trying to say that Joe doesn't know what is funny, but I think a lot of it was he was recognizing that what we thought he was, and then acted the opposite of that in a lot of ways. And then we learned that, oh, actually that is who Joe is. So on the outside, he looks like good boy Bobby, but he's not. And
that's what was.
He lures you in with the naughty jokes, but it's funny coming from the good boy. But now he's just bad boy, and it just don't work.
Yeah, and it's just now. I mean, it's honestly, like thinking about this, because I can remember as clear as day what I was doing on the day before. All day I went for a walk and I got a bit of a sunburn before I came and did the Grace's Room bit. I remember that as clear as if it was a week ago, but at the same time, it's hard to believe a time before Joe. And that was a time before Joe, but it's become such a huge, especially in the last 2 or 3 years, even more so because of these recordings and everything. But he's become such an integral part to my existence that family members ask me about Joe. How's Joe doing? You know what I mean? My sister will ask me, how's Joe? Because she knows he's intertwined with me now through these things, you know, and so it's hard to think about a life before Joe, even though I had a fuck ton of life before Joe. Mm-hmm. You know, like I said, he was conceived at the end of my freshman year of high school. So I've had majority of my life without Joe, but it's weird to think about a time before Joe for me.
Well, Joe, did you finish your list?
Such an integral part of my existence.
How many left?
Well, we can't see that, Joe.
Yeah, just tell us how many left.
No
Can you count on one hand how many are left?
Joe can't count.
I can't spell. What is difficult about this question? You have 8 left.
How did you said you had 5 left like 10 minutes ago. Let's just read them. Oh my God.
Miscounted.
He's getting rid of them because they're all big.
You know what?
So
we'll help you finish we'll help you with the rest of them. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I'm sure most of these are bits, so we're going to have to actually put some real ones in. So I'm going to unmute you, Joe.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Access granted.
I fucking knew it.
Why are you like this?
I just wanted to give a little input. I haven't been able to give input for the last hour, so that was my contribution.
Equal to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's your tummy feeling?
All right, so do you want me... Good. No, I'm nice and full.
Feel good? All right, good.
I got stuffed full of food.
All right. Okay.
Oh, actually, I have another story I want to share really quickly with Ryan.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
Here he goes.
Very frustratingly, before we recorded yesterday, Joe busted out the blender again, and I really dislike this blender. And I just kept saying, Joe, there's no way that you're cleaning that. Joe, don't respond until I'm done because it'll just get me hot. There's no way you're cleaning it. There's no way you're cleaning it. Yes, I am. Yes, I am after every use. And I'm like, if you were cleaning it, because I was under the impression that everything he uses is in the room. So he's going to make everything in it. But no, it's up. Well, except for that, God damn it. But most of this shit is upstairs. Like he was making a root beer float and the ice cream was upstairs, but the root beer was downstairs. So I'm like, if you were really cleaning it every day, you would keep it upstairs next to the sink. So if other stuff is there that you're blending, you would just blend it and leave with the drink. Yeah. And for some reason, I don't believe him. I don't believe that you maybe every 2 or 3 times and then you clean.
Sure.
But either way, it really got me hot, Ryan. I was so hot about this fucking blender.
Oh, well, I got some evidence in my favor. Check this out. I haven't blended anything. And look at this.
Well, it looks a little dirty to me. It looks wet. There was wetness on the inside.
Perfect, but this had root beer float in it.
Why isn't it dried out?
Yeah, why is it wet?
Why is this?
Well, I just leave the water in it. That's fine.
No,
what do you mean you leave the water in it?
I didn't take a towel and dry it out. I just I rinsed it.
Wait, no, sorry, Ryan. I'm getting back to it. This is what pissed me off the most. I learned that
Joe muted for 10 seconds.
Joe said, no, don't worry. I have a sink downstairs. And then I immediately was like, yeah, the one you fucking piss in.
I piss in it whenever I got drunk. I got drunk on the Jaws episode. I made pee in it.
Oh, you pee in it all the time. Don't lie. But also, what I'm realizing you're doing is, what you're doing is you're getting up, you're walking to that sink, you're filling it with water, you're going back to the blender, you're blending it, and then you're pouring it out. That's what you're doing, isn't it?
Well, I'm like, I swish it around, I get it nice and hot, I get it, and just rinse it.
You're not using soap. You're not using soap. You're not actually cleaning it. You're filling it with water. Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, listen to me. Will you do me this solid? Do me a solid. The next time you feel the need to go out into the world, into town, go to the Dollar Tree. And for $1.25, you can buy a small dish soap, and just keep that by your little piss trough thing there. And when you've got time to wash, you have it there handy. And while you're there, buy a scrubbing
A
bubble.
little sponge or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay, I
clean
can
that.
take that advice into
Clean the blade.
account.
Clean the
put that
blade.
on
Add
your
it to the
list.
list. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Put that on the list.
That's
Mhm.
number
I'll put
21
down
or whatever.
clean blender.
Because Joe, like, there's nothing. That's
Oh my
that blender
fucking-
is dirty.
Fucking
I'm not
guy.
saying it's disgustingly dirty, but over time things build up. And God
Yeah.
damn it, the last thing I want for you is to die from some weird dumb infection. I want you going out splattered against a wall or something. Like, don't go out like that. Where it's like they have to do an autopsy. They open you up and it's like, yeah, he's got mungus in him or something.
Full of mold.
I always thought the 4chan like bridge suicide thing would be cool, where you glue your hands to the top of your head and you like do like a noose made out of piano wire and you jump off a bridge and then they'll find you and it looks like you pulled your head off your neck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be a cool way to go out.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't, because you wouldn't even fucking eat Sloppy Joe. You won't even.
Sloppy Joe
you-
is more disgusting than me killing myself. I think that.
Bullshit.
Joe hasn't even had Sloppy Joe.
I hate it, but
What's in
I
Sloppy
Either
Joe,
eat
Joe?
Sloppy Joe or you
What's in
buy
Sloppy Joe?
a
it's like
Sloppy
burger
Joe.
and like weird sweet sauce, and I
No,
don't like
stop. Oh, it's his birthday. It's his birthday.
it. Yeah. I'm allowed to have opinions.
I don't want to get into the sauce argument again for the 100th
I don't like it. I don't like any sauces. I know it's wet.
you
It's wet.
motherfucker. You love honey
Okay.
barbecue.
Just
You
lick-
love honey
That's
barbecue.
okay. That's
a
okay.
sauce.
I understand, but I have issues with sauces. I have issues with them.
It's not a sauce.
Look,
Joe.
I
It's tomato paste. It's ketchup.
Ugh.
And
I just wrote
What is
a,
tomato
whole,
paste?
a whole
you
statement
eat tomato
about
paste all the
why
time.
me and Joe are the same.
Yeah.
I can understand what he's saying. I
See?
understand what he's saying.
See?
Oh.
Some people have issues with sauces.
That
I am
doesn't
one of
mean you're
those
right.
people.
It doesn't mean you're right. It means
Well,
I
but
understand.
If I had known ahead of time that sloppy
is.
joes would be on the menu, I would have vetoed that. I would have vetoed that in the
Even though you know it's
production of
If
it.
I
funny.
had
Even
known
though you
it
know it's
that
funny.
10 years ago, that
I do not approve of
I'd
that.
be
I don't like
spending
that.
every Sunday having this conversation. I would have jumped off a bridge.
You could have done the 4chan. I understand.
Go
Pull
to
your
the
head
list.
off your
Go
neck.
to the list. Go
Yeah,
to the
let's go to
list.
the
list,
birthday
Joe.
boy.
Your
God damn it.
voice is
All right.
making-
Well, my number one thing I'd like
your
this year
game
is
down.
gain. Okay.
Wow.
Is this just a
Killing me,
list of
man.
stuff you want?
Yeah. Well, a list of things to improve my life, or things I want, or just things I want to happen.
Okay.
Christmas.
Sure.
Okay.
fair.
Number one, I'd like more food delivered to me. I thought that was nice, so I'd like some more of that in the new year.
Hold on, wait, stop. Hold on. Let me
What?
get a notepad out real quick.
Now,
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta
Is-
document this
is this
shit
a-
because I want you changing nothing.
I want you to tell us after you say something, bit or not bit.
Okay, that was a bit.
Okay, because I'm about to
All right.
fucking lose it on your ass. I'm
Joe's
thinking you
list.
deserve to have food brought to you.
Number one, you said wants more food delivered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trevor is our
number
official
two.
archivist.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two, I'd like to get more hot.
Get like
Literally
physically.
or physically.
Yeah, like sexually.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this a
Makeover
bit or not
makeover
bit?
summer.
Okay.
I mean, nobody will turn down being more hot. I don't think. I think like even like
This is a real thing he's coaching as a bit.
Okay, I love you,
Yeah.
bud, but you got to earn that stuff. Also,
Yeah.
and we've talked about
Not
this at
saying
length
it
many
can't
times.
happen. I'm saying it's a whole new thing. It's a whole new endeavor for us all.
We have to be, and Ryan, please correct me if I'm wrong. We've been in phase 2 for quite a while now. Honestly, I think phase 3
trial.
it's the hair phase.
Mm.
We need to try.
Oh.
Dude, even my girlfriend Lisa was like, Tad is looking good with that haircut. He had a little bit of gel in there. He looked fucking good.
Look sharp. Look
Yeah,
sharp.
try something
Okay.
different. Go get the Tad or whatever what that was. It would look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to brag
All
about
right.
Tad, but Tad looked good.
Hey, man, Tad's
Tad
good.
is sexual. I mean, Tad is a good-looking guy. I
Tad
mean,
fucks.
if I was
I
a
thought-
woman, I'd probably
I thought
fuck Tad.
phase 2 that Joe was gonna fuck.
Maybe we got to push it back to phase 3. That's
Well,
fine.
phase 2 is just post trial. Phase
Joe
3,
Buckley always having sex. What happened?
yeah.
Always
Mm.
fucking.
Always fucking pregnant chicks.
Okay,
No.
but back to reality. Are you
I
willing
just
to
need to
try?
find me a pregnant chick.
Are you
Okay.
willing to try a new hairstyle?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I just really hate the hair products. I mean, I would be willing to try a new hairstyle that doesn't involve any sort of products going in it.
No, you need the product. You need some product.
Yeah, no, see,
It's-
I don't like that.
But
That's
hold
what
on,
makes
hold
the
on.
style.
What is the issue with the product? And also, there
just
are lots of
different-
different products.
Tyler,
Lots of different kinds.
Tyler, the product is a sauce.
The product is a hair sauce. I don't like
do
it.
this to
It's
me,
a hair.
Nicholas.
It's like a hair. It's like a hair oil. It's like a hair
Okay,
We can
grease
get
or
you a
liquid.
hair, or we
or
can get you a
I like
putty.
dry,
We
I
can get
don't
you
like-
a wax.
Hairspray will do
But that
hairspray.
doesn't make
Get you
any
a
sense to me. I can
spray.
understand if you don't want your hair
I
to
want
be
a
like
flat top on
moussey, to be like a slightly moist, but like just putting something that would keep your hair like firmer, like a balm or something, like that you won't feel it. You won't feel a wetness. Like
Have you
But
ever
it's like
had
a rub.
product in
It's
it?
like a. I
don't know what
believe
you're
so a
talking
couple
about,
times. I
bud.
don't know.
There's a
You
lot of
said
different stuff.
salves.
You want a
You know
hair
what?
hair hardener,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need a tonic. Get you a tonic.
Yeah, good old fashioned tonic.
okay.
a
like-
tincture.
Yeah, like in
yeah.
the old west.
All right. So number 2 is get more hot / new hair,
Yes.
maybe. Number
Yeah.
3,
Throw that one away.
I need more vitamin D, so I'll work on that this year.
more vitamin D by
okay,
going
but what are you gonna
outside.
do? What are you
These
gonna do?
these yummy pills. Yeah, the
No.
doctor said I am
No.
dangerously
Get
low
out
on
of the
vitamin D, so I'm going
house.
to eat these pills.
Get out
What
of the
happened to the
house.
lamp? What happened to the
I have the
lamp?
lamp. I have the lamp. I
Is the
can maybe
lamp
use the
on?
lamp.
Is the lamp
Not
on?
yet.
Why
Nick,
not?
no,
the
no.
lamp
Why is the
isn't
lamp
gonna
always
do
on?
anything.
because
Because
I know
he
it's
has
not going
fluorescents
to.
on.
But it was the minimum thing he had to do was keep a light bulb on to pretend that he was getting vitamin D. Why isn't he doing it? If he's not going to do
Because the
that, he's not
blender-
going to take pills.
The blender
Oh, the
takes up the
fucking
spot of the
blender.
lamp.
Okay,
Oh, the
Joe, we
blender.
can
I
kill
hate
2
that
birds with one
blender.
stone.
Boy.
We can kill 2 birds with one
I've
stone.
never hated a blender more in my life.
Today,
I know, right? The blender is like a
This
fucking
blender is the
villain.
worst thing that ever happened to this podcast.
Oh my god! The fucking phase 2 is the blender era,
PTSD.
I think.
got
Mm.
okay, Joe. Kill 2 birds with one stone. We are starting to get into the seasonably warm weather. Hopefully next month.
That
Start
means I need to
walking.
keep hydrated.
So,
Walk
I need
once
to
a
keep
day.
my ice cold beverages.
Stop. Walk once a day, 15, 20 minutes. Just walk around the block a couple times. Get some
Listen to
sun.
Fez cry for 15 minutes while you walk. Put the podcast
And-
Okay.
yeah, listen to our
being a piece of
podcast,
shit,
man.
and let's do
there you
it.
go. All right, that's
Hopefully
number 4.
that's number
I'm
number 5.
sorry, that was number
That's
3.
number 3. Number
Either-
3.
Hopefully
Yeah,
number
that was
4
number
is
3.
listen to the show
Number
more.
3. Move
There
your
you go.
fucking-
Okay. Number 4. I'd love to help abolish copyright. I'm going to try to work on that this year.
Fuck you. I don't want copyright to ever go
Bit
away.
or not
I
bit?
will-
Okay,
Bit
I
or
would
not
no,
bit?
I'd love to help. Yeah, I know. I want that.
I
What
will
are you gonna
do
do?
everything.
What are you gonna
Okay,
actually
hey,
do?
fellas, hold on, hey, 1
Okay.
second.
Get
Joe,
out,
what's your
Ryan.
first step?
Get piracy much more mainstream. I'm going to keep
No.
promoting
How-
piracy.
How so? How so?
Just keep working on the internet to talk
No.
about it. I'm going to be making torrents available. I'm going to be making public torrents.
Hold on, can we?
A
I'm
lot
gonna
of
do
different things.
everything in
Pause,
my power
pause.
to get the FBI knocking on your door, Joe Buckley.
I would like the ability to veto some of these on this list, and then we will add stuff later. Joe,
sure,
I
yeah.
have no issue with your copyright stance, although I disagree with it because you're just fundamentally want to abolish everything in life. You'd want the world to explode. But if you
Just
had
want
said, well,
free
you know
shit,
what,
Joe.
maybe I would like, if there was somebody running for office and that was their position, I would like to help work with them. That's something. That's actual change. But you just, that bullet point was, is I want to spend more time on the internet. You already spend your entire life on there. I don't think that
Yeah.
counts. Abolish from the list. I veto that one. I will happily
Okay.
add something reasonable at the end.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Happy birthday.
I was gonna make.
stricken.
birthday!
Okay.
I love you!
Happy birthday, you son of a bitch. What's number 5?
I've been making DVD rips with all the extras and the commentaries and sharing it with people
Okay.
online.
Yeah,
Great.
you entitled piece of shit.
Well, hey,
What's
that's
number
fine. I
five?
mean,
It's his birthday,
What's
Ryan. It's
number
his birthday.
5?
yeah, it's my birthday.
What time is
Uh,
it in other countries right now? It's got to be past his birthday.
Only 4 hours left, right?
All
Get the
right,
whole out.
number 5. Number 5. I'd like to watch Hasu, the 1977 film House. I'd like to watch that.
Do you have it?
Why is that part of your 27 and not something you've already done? Is there what's the barrier?
Ryan,
Yeah,
you know
just
the
haven't watched
answer.
it yet.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer for because you know the answer.
Yeah, we're only
No,
on
we
number
don't-
5.
we don't know what the answer
We've been
is.
doing this for 2 hours already.
Oh.
What's
Number 6. I'd like to start playing some more different video games.
Okay, like
Fine.
such as? I'll
well,
let's run with
right-
this for a second. Such as?
Okay, no. Right now I play a lot of Binding of Isaac, so I mean I'd like to move on to a different roguelike, maybe like Slay the Spire. I
not?
don't know, maybe
I wanna
Dead Cells, maybe something like that.
I
Why
wanna
don't you
see
finish
play
Red Dead
something like-
Redemption 2?
Animal Crossing.
I can
or
do
something.
that. I could do that.
Something non-violent,
yeah.
something that'll just calm you the fuck down.
Yeah. I got a GameCube
Get
emulator.
get invested in a real life, even if it's a digital one.
I can start playing The Sims. I can start playing The Sims, maybe.
Why don't you get into the stock market? That's kind of like a video game.
Well, because everybody right now on Reddit.
No, stop.
I was gonna say
Reddit's full.
No.
Joe, can your 27th birthday be the one where you make decisions for yourself and not? I'm just being genuine right now because you were pushing NFTs well before I heard about it on the news, and I knew something was fucking up, and it was because Reddit, the super stonks, r/super stonks, and all that shit. Don't stop. Get away from Reddit. Please.
No. Here's what I was pushing. So at the very, very beginning, whenever NFTs exploded, I thought, okay, here's a great opportunity to make some money off some people who are even dumber than me. But then I learned more into it, and it costs like $200 to like mint a thing, and you have to be famous to get with for anybody to give a fuck about your NFT. So I was like, no, that's not worth it. That's garbage.
Yeah, but you were never going to do the effort. You were bringing it up to me because you wanted me to do it, and I appreciate that you wanted me to make money, but at the end of the day, you weren't going to do anything about it.
No, I needed your permission to make the benevolent Buckley NFT because you own the copyright on it.
I don't fucking own shit. Okay, what was the thing on the list? We were talking about.
He wants to start playing different
video
games.
Yes.
Okay, next one. Ryan,
I agree with Nick. I want us to see him start playing The Sims. I want to hear all about
Red
his
Dead Redemption
life.
2. You have my Red Dead Redemption 2. Finish the game.
Yeah, finish it.
Okay. Finish it.
I'm replaying it now.
27 things I want to do, and it's all
erase you.
Box Joe, Punch Joe, Pinch Joe.
Stop screaming.
Yeah. What's number 7?
Birthday volume.
Okay. Number 7. I'd like to spend some more time with my friends. Although after this podcast, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine. A lot of Joe beatings.
Ryan, we're off the hook. See you later, folks. Last episode.
Your choice, Joe.
Okay,
number 8. Number 8. I'd like to buy a gun for protection.
Hold on. I'm off. Oh God.
Oh, okay.
Okay, back to the last one. Genuine insight and advice on that one, Joe. Joe, you have to be awake during regular hours because that's when we exist. We're all working.
Yes.
We're all very busy, and we go to bed at reasonable times during the week and even sometimes on the weekends. Okay. Also,
Sure.
you can't just. What you tend to do is you just like offhandedly say, "Oh, hey, we should hang out sometime." You have to make arrangements. You have to put forth the effort. It's not because we don't want to see you and Joe must prove that he wants to spend time with us. It's more so, but that's just what it takes because we are mostly older than you by at least 4 to 40 years. And so we are exhausted a lot because we're busy at work, we're busy at home. We have I'm not trying to be pedantic about this, but we have a lot of responsibilities you don't have, and they are tiring, even just emotionally than physically. So you have to say, I would like to do something, and you have to start scheduling it. You have to put forth a little bit of effort. And then the big thing, on the day, it would be great if you were on time. And then it would encourage us to be like, you know what? Hey, and monitor the volume and the rest of the stuff. But if we're going to go out to eat, here's a funny Joe story. If we're going out to eat to like Fogo de Chao, don't have your pocket filled with Ziploc baggies because you want to take meat home with you.
Oh my God.
I thought that was a good idea.
I don't think I've ever said this before in my life, but I think I told you I'm not going to eat dinner with somebody this low class.
What?
And that's a lot for Tyler to say.
I'm pretty
We
low
do a lot of
class.
crass shit
At the
here.
bottom of the barrel, you guys.
I understand. I did not
Lord.
mean to behave like one of the pig people in Spirited Away. I'm sorry.
It's just you're acting
you
like
go.
one of the people that you would whenever you talk about like old women, especially you fucking old bitch. Like
She's got her purse filled with little Ziploc bags to take meat home with.
Everything Joe hates, like Joe hates everything he hates.
I know.
Okay,
I
what
know.
was number 8?
So do you want to buy a gun as number 8?
Yes,
Oh,
number
God.
8. I'd like to buy
Why,
a gun.
Joe? Why?
For protection. Yeah.
You don't need
From
protection.
whom?
You can't
Just
protect
whatever.
your fucking. You need to buy a lock on your fridge to protect you, not a gun.
You should be more afraid of yourself than anything else. The way
Well,
you
number,
drive.
Also, I think, well, because like, there's like a shit ton of inflation right now, but bullets don't really they hold their value.
But that's a Reddit talking point about some sort of bullet currency in the apocalypse.
So do Lego bricks.
Exactly.
Invest in something that matters.
Yeah.
Can we bench the gun discussion for a private moment? I'm legitimately worried about you owning a firearm, Joe, because you
Yeah.
are
Why?
you are cagey and you freak out about stuff, and I'm legitimately worried about you getting pulled over with a gun in your car and it turning into a thing. I'm not joking. I'm being fully serious.
Okay.
That could
You're
turn
not
into
responsible enough for
Yeah.
a gun, Joe.
and you don't
You're
need
not.
it. You legitimately there's no crime in Grand Ridge, at least anything you need to be worried about.
Who are you
And-
protecting yourself from?
Yeah.
Who are these enemies that you have?
I think the
Who's
world is
bla-
going to end. It's fine.
The
No.
world isn't ending. The world's not ending, and if it does, it's not going to end in a
Well,
way
we've
that
been
we're
doing
gonna walk
COVID for
around.
2.5 years now.
If the world ends,
What does
a
that
gun
mean?
isn't
We've been
going to
doing it.
save
It's less
you.
than 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you wouldn't know COVID except for the internet.
Mm.
Ever read it?
Yeah, it affected you in very little, man. You know,
What I don't want to deny you is your own fears. I believe that you probably have
okay.
actual fears, whether you can articulate them or not. But what I also want to deny you is the ability to trip and fall on a gun and blow your brains out. Okay, let's
Okay.
talk about that.
Even-
On a, you know what? The next time we get together, let's have a firearm safety conversation and maybe
okay.
see if you can handle something like that down the road.
and we need to start you out with.
Okay.
We're going to start you out with a slingshot. If you go a year with a slingshot without shooting your
Okay.
Shooting your eye out.
I'm going to take down Goliath. I'm going to
Then
take
we
down
move to-
Goliath.
Then we move to a BB gun in a rifle form. Then we'll move to a BB gun in a pistol form, airsoft or something like that. Then we'll go to. You'll work your way up, and by the time you're 48, hopefully you'll have this out of your system, and you won't want the gun.
Hey, Trevor, can you do me a favor? Just when you
Certainly.
have a free moment, can you do like a Far Side style cartoon that's just labeled David versus Goliath, and it's Joe butt naked in the bathroom looking into a full scale mirror, and he is already. We see the rock at the floor of next to his feet, and the mirror's cracked, and it's just Joe saying "Got him."
Yeah. He's finally gone.
You
Come
are your
right
own
up.
Goliath, Joe.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Come right up.
Okay, sorry. What's number 9?
Okay, number 9. I hope there's another Binding of Isaac expansion. They said this is the last one, but I'd like some more content. That'd be nice.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
New DLC for Binding of Isaac.
Of Isaac.
What's
It's
number
very
10?
good. I've only got
Go ahead,
1,300
it is.
hours
What's
in
number
it.
10?
God,
How much
Joe.
more binding can happen? You tie
Hey.
Oh, there can be a lot more binding.
Yeah, he's got 13 rubber bands on his balls right now.
Yeah.
All right. What's number 10?
Number 10. I'd like to be able to lift heavier stuff.
Weight training. This is where Zach comes
Yeah,
in.
oh, yeah.
Yes, we're gonna take
Is
That
this
might
in
also come in with the gun situation.
this in relation to the
Yeah.
accident in some way?
No. Just yeah. I'd like to be able to lift people up. I think that would be
This
fun.
is
No, no,
like
no,
this. This goes in line with number 2. Get more hot.
Yeah.
New
Is
hair.
it-
He's gonna start
is this a
lifting.
bit though, Joe? Or are you doing a bit?
No, I mean, I don't know if I'll put any effort into it, but I mean, it would be great. Anybody would like to be able to lift heavier stuff.
Bit of advice. Why don't you treat it like it's actually possible? Because right now you're not. You're treating it like a bit. You're just being like, I just want to lift people up. Like that. No, that's not what you want, Joe. What I think you actually want is I think you want muscle definition. I think you want to be able to look at yourself and be proud of gains. And that is absolutely something Zach would help you with. Because Zach,
Oh, okay.
Zach, more than all of us, we've all gone through weight loss and stuff like that. But Zach is the type of person that wants to earn it, capital EARN period. He fucking, he's, you know that Zach, right now, Zach
seen
isn't
him.
here. He's in a mirror right
Zach
now. going,
is lifting weights, yeah.
And he's earned it.
He's kissing himself.
So let's
in the
just,
mirror.
Yeah.
Because he
he
has
well,
that
none of
right. He's earned
Yeah.
it. Damn it.
Remember when we had 2 fake beach days? Remember how
Oh,
good?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember how good that felt? Oh,
Hasn't happened yet.
bleeped. Yeah,
But
they
this-
can't. They
yeah,
can't
it
know that.
doesn't
They can't
happen.
know that.
Yeah,
but
none of
really,
that.
I'd like to just be able to beat Tad in the next Joe Olympics. I almost had him. So if I
If
get a
that
little
lets
bit
you know
stronger, I'll
what
be
that
able
is.
to.
Hey, if that's what it takes,
it would
listen.
be
If that's
funny.
what it
It would be
takes,
funny.
that we.
No, it's not
I think-
funny, Joe. It's just good. It's healthy. It's good.
Okay.
Don't. I mean, okay. I'll say this: if the whole thing was
If
a
the
bit,
funniness is gonna be the fire under your ass to start doing something like this, okay, that's fine.
you know, if you want, if
But
you want
you
to,
got to be serious about it.
if you want to mack yourself, it's always sunny. Mac yourself. Go for it, Joe. Get completely fucking ripped.
I'm going protein.
Don't laugh, Ryan. Don't you laugh.
I don't
Yeah.
care how strong you get, Joe Buckley. You'll never beat me in an arm wrestling. Go fuck yourself.
No, yeah, I'll treat you like Brundlefly. Snap.
I want the next time I see you, I'm putting your goddamn arm through a table.
What's
Okay.
number 11,
That's
Joe?
Good. Joe Olympics 2023.
Let me see.
you
Oh, okay.
go.
Number 11. I'd like
Yeah.
more free money from the government. I think that would be nice.
Fuck you. It's a bit next.
Okay.
Thank you,
That's
Ryan.
my money too.
Yeah.
No, I paid into it. I paid into the system.
Shut up.
With
Doesn't matter.
what?
Nope. We're done. Number 12. Number
My
12. Number
taxes.
12.
I paid
I don't want
taxes
to talk
for like 2
about
years.
money with Joe right now. Number 12.
Paid taxes.
Uh,
I just paid. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Trevor.
No.
Thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
give it to him.
Okay.
Don't give it to
Ryan,
him.
thank you.
It's a trap. Look at Joe's fucking beady eyes. It's a trap.
Yep. What's number? Joe?
12. I should make 3 new magic decks.
Okay.
Nah.
Are you going to try to do this in like a new gameplay style? Maybe a new set, a new kind of a deck?
I'd like to make a jumpstart cube and more commander decks.
Okay. I don't really know what that is, but good on you. All right. What's
Yeah.
number 13?
All right. I want to make less pee.
Fuck you.
Stop
It's a
peeing
bit.
as much.
Move on.
Okay.
It's a bit. Move
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Also, to go back to the magic
How
one,
about create less waste? How about that?
Yes,
Can we
that's
spin
good.
that?
how about drink
That's all
more
he does is
water?
consume and create waste.
So maybe
Ah.
your piss will be less painful. But back to the magic one,
Make pee more enjoyable for Joe.
Okay.
I will accept the magic
Be
thing.
comfortable again.
I will accept the magic thing on the condition that you actually put some effort into participating in real competitions. So
Mm.
you put all this money, all this effort into this stuff, and then you play with your buddies when they want to play, but they all have lifestyles that they're living. And so
Yeah.
you probably play a dozen games a year? Like if you're gonna put
No, more than that, but
okay,
yeah.
2 dozen, but that's still not a lot. Go
5 dozen.
go to Chicago, go somewhere and participate in something. Go meet some new people. It'll at least get you out of the house. You get to play Magic, and maybe you'll join some group, some magic group or something. I don't know. There might
Maybe,
be
yeah.
something to it.
One of
Maybe
my
you'll meet
favorite
a young maiden.
one of my
Yeah, I
favorite
mean,
parts
dude,
of the
that's
year.
possible.
My favorite parts of the year is going to the convention in Chicago
Oh,
and
yeah, that's
walking around, find Joe, his butt crack hanging out.
No,
God and everyone.
I'm not a butt cracker.
But he spent the entire 3 days of the weekend playing Magic, winning tournaments, and then he leaves and goes and steals condiments, which I'm not getting that conversation either. But that's one of the best. That's my only reason for going, and he wasn't there this year, and he wasn't playing Magic, and I was disappointed. I wanted
know,
to
I'm
see him
sorry,
go
I'm
up there
sorry.
and flourish.
Well, the year previous that I went to, they were horrible for Magic the Gathering. Absolutely horrific. No drafting, no anything. They had 20 pre-made decks for
Do it
10,000
anyway.
people to play with.
Do it anyway.
Yeah.
No, you're not that good at the game. No, all these things you're getting angry about does not hinder your skill. We saw your skill.
Well, no. I don't want to necessarily even want to win. I just want to play. And they had no drafting available for anyone.
All right.
They had
number
no
14.
pre-release kits. They had nothing.
Yeah,
You're bad.
what's
You're
It
next?
was
bad.
What's
amateur
next?
hour. Number
It
14.
was.
Ryan's gone off the
Okay.
deep end. Bring it back. Bring it
You're
back.
I'm sorry.
You're bad.
No, I'm okay.
No,
I'm
no,
okay
Joe,
in
move
Magic
on.
the Gathering.
Joe.
Joe, turn
Okay.
the other cheek. Turn the other
Number
butt cheek.
14.
I will.
You're bad.
I'm
You're
just
bad.
like Jesus Christ. I am turning the
Yeah.
cheek.
Yeah.
Number 14. I hope David Lynch announces a new project this year.
But Joe, none of these have anything to do with you. It's just like you
That's
want.
not
I
gonna
want to
happen.
consume more of the same shit I've consumed, and
He's
that's
done to it.
concerning. Binding of Isaac, David Lynch, Magic. This is all stuff you already have, and it's not enough for you because your tastes are so narrow. Maybe let's change that one to broaden my taste, film wise, magic wise, for new experiences, food wise, other things. Open yourself up to new opportunities.
Okay.
How about
I've been
that?
hearing good things about that Greek director who made Dogtooth. Maybe I'll try him out.
Try him out.
Yeah.
Let's give him a shot.
Yeah, watch his
Yeah,
watch.
those are good
watch
ones.
his- Yeah.
Okay.
Lanthimos.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let me.
those are good movies.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, kind of like a surrealist David Lynch almost. Maybe I'll try him out.
Listen, we'll talk about it later. Number 15.
Okay. I'd like to help remove wage slavery. I'd like to get involved with the anti-work subreddit.
Guy.
Just
No,
kinda-
no. I'm sorry, but I love you. Come on, man.
I think we're on number 16.
Yeah, no, I'd like to last an hour in bed.
Last an hour.
Yeah,
Start with
yeah.
1 minute. Start with 1
Melon
minute.
can't handle it. You need to get a much firmer melon, Joe, if you're going to go an hour.
Mm.
Well,
Motherfucker
okay.
thinks
Do you
he's gonna blow
have
up.
sexual expectations? Because I feel like we're touching on this with some of your other things.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Do you have sexual expectations? I
Of
feel
me?
I feel like you're setting a goal here, like in your own head, like in the next 2 years, you really would like to have.
Oh, no.
But the hotness, all of this stuff, lasting an hour in bed, even though it's a bit, I feel like there's some truth to that.
Yeah, there's been a lot more. It's ramping up. Yeah,
no, I
you
don't have any
talking
plans.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having plans.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good-looking guys
Okay.
out there who haven't gotten laid in 2 years, and they probably have high expectations. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, there are a lot of people.
Ain't gonna be no damn hour either.
There are a lot of people who are way worse off than you that are having sex right now. Like, it's not an unreasonable goal. I'm just curious if that was, because if something you want to achieve, it's okay. It's a weird, touchy subject, but there's nothing wrong with saying I would like to get laid.
Yeah, it's a human need. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay, I'll delete this, or you can just nod like when you were
it's
muted.
whatever.
Joe, would you like to have sex at some point in your life?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good enough for me.
Sounds
Okay.
good. What's number 17,
yeah.
Joe?
Number 17. I'd like to download more. I don't have
I'm-
quite enough on my
I'm
hard drives. I
sitting
need
here-
more.
I've been sitting
Yeah.
here shit fucking anger for 10 minutes. Just keep
Okay.
what's the next
18.
one? This is
Okay.
awful. This is the worst
Number
birthday
18.
ever.
I'd like to
It's
try
so
Coke
long.
at some point. That sounds fun.
No. Even though Ryan laughed, no.
That's
I think
because you know what? That's the shit I was saying when I was like 18. Like I want to I want to try. I used to say that. I used to say I don't give a fuck about weed or drinking.
I want to
and then
live hard. I want to die young.
But I was like,
Yeah.
I remember I was saying I'd like to do a line of Coke. It looks exciting. You know,
it
so
looks
that's why I
fun.
laughed
It's
because-
glamorous.
But also,
is,
I was
yeah.
18.
Movie stars do it.
Yeah, I was 18, Joe. You know what I mean? And it never happened anyway. So
Okay.
And what's gonna happen, Joe, is you're gonna buy a bump of Coke from somebody, and you're gonna sit in your basement by yourself and do it. Like that's just, it's just
And then you're
depressing,
gonna look at your
man.
magic cards for like 3.5 days.
Like I can understand if you were gonna go,
you're eat all your hair.
if there was like a Disneyland for Magic the Gathering people, do it then. Do it then.
Okay.
Because go have some fun on the Dragon's Tail roller coaster. Yeah, whatever.
It'd be a day of that.
I don't think your heart, needs
It's probably
that.
not good for that, Joe.
Okay.
No.
Well, I
No,
do
that
energy
was-
drinks. I mean, I've never got knocked out by energy drinks. So
Energy
Yeah,
what's
drinks
the line of
and
Coke or two?
cocaine. I mean,
Yeah.
God, what's number 19?
Well, I'll do them separately. Number
Okay.
17. Number 19. Number 19. Clean the blender. I'll put some soapy. I'll put some suds in it. I guess.
There
Yeah.
we
Thank
go.
you.
Something actionable.
And don't just blend it with the soap and the water in it. Get a scrubber like Ryan. It takes 10
yeah,
seconds.
clean the blades, man. Clean the
Yeah.
blades.
Okay.
Don't let them
Alright,
get gummed up. Don't let them get mold in there.
I
Final
figured
stretch.
since
Oh,
I'm doing
Christ.
since I'm doing liquids in there, it'd be fine with just rinse it and like.
No, Joe, this is what you do.
No.
This is how you clean garbage disposal. You put some ice and you put some soap in there, and then you run that fucker, and then the ice will clean the blades. and
Oh, okay, okay.
But still scrub it.
Yeah.
But
At
this
least,
is
at least every 5 times.
Toss a
scrub
little
it.
vinegar. Toss a little white vinegar in there.
and then drink it.
Yeah.
Oh
drink
yeah,
it-
yeah.
Drink it all up. What's number 20, Joe?
That's all I got.
All right. Whoa. Hey.
Wow, what a great point to end that podcast episode.
2023. Can it be? Is it 2000? Joe, I want you to look at your calendar that I know you have on the wall that you got free from Hardee's.
Well, the
'Cause you-
Grand Ridge Bank. Yeah, they give
The
out very
Grand
nice
Ridge Bank.
calendars.
And what year is it?
Oh my God, what year is it? The calendar, the pages are tumbling down to the ground. It used to be 2021, 2022. Now it's halfway through 2023.
And here we are back. 2023, going to take the year by storm. We took a little break. There was a little break, a little hiatus.
A hibernation.
It's been so long that in the episode you just listened to, we have a whole section devoted to Joe doing something new with his hair. And Joe, in fact, did do something new with his hair.
Oh,
did.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
He
he
did.
grew it
He
out
grew-
after that episode. Not specifically because of it, but I can't remember who it was. There was some fucking comedian that Joe likes.
Yeah. So, yeah, we took a hiatus, but the hiatus was from uploading. not from recording. As you well know now, if you're looking at your computer, you're looking at your phone, your device, and you're looking at the YouTube, The Man with No Brain, there's a lot of episodes. All been recording for the last year and a half, and now we're unleashing it upon you.
You probably saw like the little like red dot with a 9 in it, and you got so hard whenever you started looking at your YouTube notifications.
I know some of you guys thought Joe Buckley was dead, and I would understand that. His lifestyle,
his hairstyle,
the way his treatment at the hands of everybody, you would think that maybe Joe had tapped out, but no, Joe is alive and well, and he's looking mighty good. And
thank you.
Not a lot has changed. Unemployed, still hot takes on just about every subject alive, whether he knows about the subject or nay.
I don't believe in work anymore.
Anymore. You never did.
No, I worked for like 2 years.
We will say that Joe, since the record, Joe's an uncle now. Joe's family has grown by one.
Yeah.
Joe has been doing some working out at home. He has lost weight.
Looks good.
Oh, thank you.
Getting healthy. He's drinking a lot of water. He's drinking a lot of Crystal Lights.
Slushes are made of mostly water and corn syrup.
And so we're on there. His sip consumption has gone down, I believe, to a certain extent, right?
Oh, I couldn't even afford them even if I wanted them. $3.50 a can. Those
Inflation
goddamn cocksuckers.
And yet you drove one town over to buy 4 packs of nacho fries from Taco Bell, and you had no issue with that.
Yeah. Well, I needed to eat.
So
a boy's got to eat. A growing boy.
Joe's love of Magic the Gathering has diminished considerably.
Oh, yep. Those cocksuckers killed the game for me.
God damn it.
What else, Joe? That's about it, right?
I
We're
think
done.
so.
I mean, there hasn't been that many changes since your birthday, 2022.
Yes. So what you're probably wondering, what were those little time warps? So we were jumping ahead, and as you could hear in the episode, Ryan and I were getting increasingly frustrated because we wanted Joe to take a couple of things seriously, and in typical Joe fashion, he just couldn't. And so eventually it did devolve to some yelling, mostly from me. Right after we cut, Ryan got very upset because Joe didn't do 30 or 27 things. He did like 21 or 22. I can't remember. And so Ryan had to go off. Joe had to
people didn't want to listen to mine was the issue.
No, you didn't have him done. We were listening.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Another hiatus.
I know, I'm sweating, Joe. I'm sweating.
No, but anyways, it got frustrating, and then Joe, this isn't Joe's fault, but there's a point where Joe got up on his haunches, backed up into a corner, and he started going back to some old things about how, well, I didn't ask to be here, and I didn't ask to work, and I didn't ask, and it got bad. So maybe there'll be an Extractions episode in the future where you'll get to hear the raw, unfiltered family rage between Ryan, Joe, and I. But we thought coming back, dropping all these new episodes, you might just want to relax and have a good time with us.
Yeah. What do you think, Joe? What do you think? How do you feel?
I think that's good. Yeah. A nice relaxing pod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you gotta put the what's that stuff in the bathtub? The caramel or whatever, the Callaway.
You put caramel in the bathtub, Joe?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, what the mothers use in the bathtub. It's like,
for you, it's probably caramel.
It's Calgon.
Oh, Calgon. Yeah, take me away. Wasn't that the slogan, Calgon, take me away?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could see Judeline Buckley really buying into that campaign because, she's got Bob Buckley always pestering her for more kin. You've got Joe just not doing things right. The other kids, too active, maybe. Maybe he was running her ragged. They wanted to be an EMT and a teacher and whatever. What's your sister going to school for as a teacher?
To be a doctor, yeah.
Doctor. Well, I'm pretty far off, but you know what I mean. Smart kids wanting to do stuff, then one sore thumb. But,
and Jake used to be fast. He was like a spider monkey.
Was he at sports?
Oh, yeah, kind of like he liked to skateboard more. He was a skateboarder.
He's a skater. How is this the first we're ever hearing of this?
He's a skater boy.
Yeah. No, one time he broke his leg on the skateboard, I remember.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
and that ended effectively. Unfortunately, ended his skateboarding career. However, when the EMTs came to help him with the bone sticking out, he was like, I think these guys are great. I want to help people. And thus a new career helping people was born.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got to help people doubly hard to make up for the bad karma of his brother.
Yeah.
All the bad shit Joe puts out in the world. His brother's like, he's trying. Your brother's sweating. He's like, I'm trying, guys.
And I'm like the devil on his shoulder, just whispering, like, yeah, fuck him. Yeah, fuck them all.
Basically, your parents had 3 kids. 2 are lifesavers.
Yeah.
Literal lifesavers.
Well, I have lifesavers.
And one,
I like those candies.
And one lives on lifesavers. So it's kind of, it's poetic.
Jesus.
I like the grape ones.
Anybody out there that would like to host Joe Buckley at some point, I'm not saying now, would like to keep him in your house for a couple of days. Joe comes to your house. He visits like a little vacation. You show him the sights around your house, your town, your city. You show him the local cuisine. It's a weekend with Bubby.
As you will have seen, Joe has learned how to host a party.
Yes.
So bring Joe over to host a party.
Yes, he's a sophisticated man.
Yeah,
man of
I know.
Many talents now.
I know how to put a bunch of fries in a big bowl.
That is true.
But it's the initiative and the idea. You've never. It's a good party. Well, you'll see. You'll see everybody. It's a great party. Great party.
We don't have an outro because we were so upset. Actually, no, that's not true. You actually tried to do a very feeble outro, but you gave up during the initial recording. I don't blame you.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So do you want me to do an outro then?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
it. Okay.
A proper outro for episode 43.
Okay. Yeah, listen, people, things may have got a little bit manic, things may have got a little bit weird. But listen, if you want some non-weird content, go back in, hit that bell notification, make sure you get all the new videos. We got a huge backlog of content for you to explore. Hey, and if you like movies, check out our sister channel, Malevolent Movies. It's kind of a Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of riff on all kinds of different horror movies. We got good content up there. And hey, if you want a t-shirt, go to the T Lee.
Every fucking time.
It's a website. It's a website. It's in the box. Open the box on your computer and you'll be able to see.
Threadless.
Oh, Threadless. Go to the Threadless. We got like 10 different t-shirt designs, all kind of different good stuff there.
Joe, why don't you just try to suck your own dick to end this episode?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. I gotta unzip.
Yeah, I do. Unzip. I'm surprised you have pants on at all. I am.
Yeah, I do. All right, I gotta get my cock hard. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a booby in my mind.
So matter of fact.
Oh, yeah, there's the vagina. Wet vagina.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm almost. Yep, there we go, I'm hard. Just gotta reach down.
It's the same sound as when he's eating French fries. It's the exact same sound as when you're eating Baconator fries.
Well, they're both delicious.
We'll keep going.
To completion.
Yeah. I'm getting excited now, Joe.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No. Okay, there we go. Now I'm good for the night.
I'm good for the night. All right, guys, sleep now. Bye.
Yep, I got the sin out of me, so now I'm good.
God. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.